Oh my gosh, and I caught up to Love Island, most recent episode this morning. Really? Are you watching it?
I don't. I'm gonna start today though.
You know which one?
Both. I've seen that the America one. There's one with like an old Huda.
Yeah. So you know her name.
Yeah, but I didn't really know what she does. Apparently, she's just a crash out there. Like she can really.
Bro.
She can go crazy.
Like I think the guy she was coupled up with, what, before the latest ep.
I haven't watched the latest episode.
No, neither have I.
Yeah. But you just said she coupled up with someone else.
No. As in, like, I meant Jack Jeremiah.
Uh-huh.
I'm saying like before. What's today's episode? 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. So episode like 13, like 2 days ago, the guy she was coupled up with then Jeremiah.
Oh wait, are we rolling?
Yeah.
Oh, we started.
Yeah. She's chill.
Oh, okay.
It's a conversation.
Hi guys.
Yeah. Not to get me structured.
Oh, I thought you were gonna introduce yourself.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay. But nah, I don't watch one.
She called him like a bitch 5 times, bro.
Why?
Yeah.
To be honest, it wasn't even valid. That's the thing. I feel like she felt like she was getting messed around.
Yeah.
And he wasn't really doing much. Like she's just a crash out, like you said.
Yeah.
Like, she overreacted.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever dealt with both of you? Have you ever dealt with women? Actually, let me do a 2-part question. Yeah.
Okay.
First of all, do you have like personality trait icks? Not like maybe the way she eats, or like actual character trait icks.
Yeah, definitely. But to think of them on the spot, one that comes to mind, I'll probably say is lack of consideration.
Right.
Inconsiderate.
Right.
I feel like, for example, I don't know, if we're planning to go out, and I say, I'm taking the lead, so I'm saying, cool, be ready for 8.
Yeah.
She tells me she can't make it.
Yeah.
It's on you to now give me the reschedule.
Yeah.
Be considerate because I'm trying to plan something.
Yeah.
And you're just I can't make it.
An example of consideration. They left me here waiting, but at least they brought us.
You see, she's out with us. Minute 5. You know,
I just try to be on time, innit? But you know, black people.
You know what? Yeah, like I thought you were gonna be late because I knew we were gonna be late. But I'm like, nah, man, get me.
Because why?
Black women sometimes they take time to get ready. It's hot. Do you know what I mean? Like
you're even nodding.
I'm laughing. I'm not even nodding. I'm laughing. I made sure not to agree or disagree with anything you were saying. About it,
because like girls like to get ready with me. So that might take a bit of time.
I'm timely. I can't lie. I'm timely, and especially with podcasts. Luckily, you guys were already set up, but it can take a while to get situated and everything. Yeah. So I like to be on time, so that part can get out of the way.
Everywhere.
I don't think I've been to a pod, maybe one.
Yeah.
But most times the setup, you see how I came in here, everything was set up, the air conditioning, you know.
No, she was even sat in the seat. She's like, do I have to sit over there?
I don't have to.
Okay. It's your house, you know what I mean? Fairs, bro.
Now when I came in, everything was situated nicely and everything. But sorry, personality. So you were saying like lack of consideration.
Yeah, that's the main one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Inconsiderate.
Yeah. I would say, like, I don't like it when how do I phrase this? Like a lack of like, you know, when let's say if I've done something to annoy a girl and she doesn't talk about it in that moment, but she brings it up later. Like I can't lie to you.
So
like,
is that like malice, kind of like grudge holding?
Yeah, or it's like lack of communication type thing. Like you don't communicate there and then.
Communication.
To be fair though, let me just play devil's advocate in that scenario. Yeah, she might not bring it up in that moment because she's not gathered her thoughts entirely. Do you know what I mean? She might be trying to piece things together. Not that you've done anything wrong, but she might not have found out how to articulate herself fully in that scenario. So she might wait, and then come to you with the facts.
I will also say though, like with me, I used to be quite combative, but you can't go through life like that, innit? So I had to start changing. So I feel like what I do, if you do something once, I might not bring it up. But if I notice it's a pattern, then I will. And then I'll reference the first time you did it. So then it seems like I was holding a grudge. When really I was giving you the benefit of the doubt. So I think it's about learning your partner's conflict resolution language, if I can call it that. Like, how do they deal with conflict? Because some men as well, they don't want you to come at them when you're in the heat of the moment. And you're
It's a lot.
Calm down, relax a little bit. Maybe next week, 2 weeks time, you can come back. Okay, my follow up here was gonna be, how do you guys in your romantic relationships, or sorry, I feel like I'm taking over. I'm so sorry.
No. This is what we like. This is conversation. It's back and forth.
How do you deal with like emotional expressions?
before we go on to the second
Yeah.
question, your personality ick.
My personality, I don't like rudeness.
That's kind of generic though, surely.
Nah, it's not. I really value politeness. Like, say your pleases, say your thank yous, be a kind person. Like, I don't want to be with a guy, we're chilling with someone, he's be like, oh, your friend's with your soul shit. Like, why are you saying that for? Like, just be nice. Be a nice person. Like, you don't need to be mean.
That's crazy.
Or even, I say this all the time, I feel like, I don't know what kind of energy I give out, but men like to do the rude banter thing with me. Like, I don't, you're so stupid.
Yeah.
I swear.
I don't like that. If we're super locked in, and that's how we talk. I don't talk like that though. But let's say, for example, if we were super locked in and we spoke like that, cool. But if we're early and you're trying to, don't be rude.
Do you know what? I would have thought you'd let that run though, you know?
See what I'm saying? What energy do you
No, but like, that's not even an insult. It just, but you just seem like
an easygoing person.
Nah,
like, you can give it, you can take it kind of thing.
I don't give it. Have I been rude to you guys?
No.
But there's still time.
Exactly.
I'm
Early
so-
doors. You know what I mean?
Nah, I'm quite a sensitive person.
Okay.
Like, I'm like don't be nice with your words. That's how I am with, especially men. I feel like with girls, I might let it slide. Okay, whatever. We can call each other dumb, like, but men, I don't like that.
Are you argumentative with your romantic partners now?
Nah.
You're not?
Nah.
Really?
I'm not.
But that's not necessarily a good thing though. So how do you voice what's going on?
I just have a conversation with them. I don't feel like it has to be an argument.
It doesn't have to be, but in romantic
I don't
settings,
like arguing.
it's
I don't
hard
like
not to get
arguing.
there at least once or twice though.
Once or twice, but I'm not an argumentative person. Like, it's not like I don't. You know, some people will tell you like they like arguments because it adds just to the relationship. But
Yeah,
me, I don't
toxic.
like people.
Yeah.
I like peace of mind. Like, let's be peaceful. Let's be lovey-dovey. Let's be holding hands. Romantic walk in the park. That's what me I like. I don't like the combat. But we can have a conversation. Like, okay, when you did this, it made me feel this way. Moving forward, this is the compromise that we're gonna reach. It's very simple to me.
Okay, so you need someone that's good at communicating.
100%.
I hear it still.
It goes like 100%. It goes without
I
saying.
feel like it's a life skill. I'm not gonna lie.
Agreed.
I
I agree.
don't think you can really. At least as we've got older, I don't think you can really take in someone that's not good at communicating.
Agreed, 100%.
Do you know what I mean? But your second question sounded like emotional.
I was gonna ask, from a man's perspective, you see someone like Huda.
Yeah.
Have you encountered women like that or similar? You might not have. Just
I mean, not quite on that level.
yeah,
But
emotionally unregulated.
towards
Same
Okay,
principle.
cool.
Yeah.
same principle
Yeah.
exactly.
So you see in those romantic situations, I feel like there's social rules pertaining to how men and women interact in combat or conflict.
Yeah.
You can't always be you can't match the aggression.
Of course not.
So in those cases, what do you do to de-escalate? If you do, or do you just walk away? What's your plan of action?
Do you know what?
when those
It
things happen?
depends. Whether or not I walk away depends how hot she gets. Do you know what I mean? What? Okay, yeah. I mean, let's say she gets to a 10 and she starts trying to get physical. I'm gonna restrain you, and then I'm gonna leave because now it's past self-control. There's no words here. You thought the best course of action is let me physically harm you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But let's say she's just shouting. I'm gonna let you finish, and I'm gonna talk to you in my normal voice. And when you're shouting and you hear me speaking in my normal voice, you're gonna feel a little bit silly because like
Depends, because it might irritate. Some women get aggravated by
but,
that.
but if I now start shouting, that's what you want.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna resolve anything. Do you know what I mean? So if you're on 10 shouting and I'm on 5 just being calm, it's either you come down to my level or you feel silly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even what I'm calm with.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I think either way, it's a quicker way to a resolution.
What about you?
Me, I'm like, I'm all about communication. If we're trying to sort something out, then there is no reason for anyone to be shouting. No matter how angry are you in a situation, like I'm gonna listen to you, regardless of what you say.
agree with that,
So if you start shouting, like, bro, I will never raise my voice in an argument.
No, facts.
So like, and especially if if insults start getting thrown out and stuff like that, like this no longer a conversation anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done. We can reschedule this for another time for when you're ready to talk like an adult. Yeah.
But what you said is that you're gonna listen to them, right?
Yeah.
You see me. Once you start shouting, I'm finding it.
No,
hard to listen.
Yeah, not when they're shouting. Not when they're shouting. I'm saying like just in general, like no matter the situation, like if it's something that really bad has happened or something like that, like, and even if it's my fault, I'm gonna still listen to you. Yeah, regardless. But just don't shout, because then this is no longer a respectful conversation. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie, even like following up on that, I really believe that there's kind of two principles, yeah, and one is that it's me and you versus the argument, not me versus you, and two, we listen to understand, not to respond. Because I feel like in conflict, I'll admit, when I do get in those situations, it's very much, I think about situations so much, yeah, that I feel like when I come to the conclusion, it's the right one. I've analysed the front, the back, the side, so you can get into a habit easily of being like, every point that you're about to make, I've already counted it in my head.
Wait, let me
so
just
that you don't.
the mic
So
towards you and speak into it so it picks you up.
Is it better now?
Yeah,
Okay.
just
So it's like that can reduce your listening levels because I'm not even really listening to you. I'm not hearing your perspective.
Because you always think you're right.
What's the counter? What's the counter? I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's the I study politics. I'm just very critical analysis. Did it back and forth, back and forth. What's your argument?
Yeah.
But that doesn't really help. You gotta be able. And it takes humility to be able to be like, I might be wrong.
Yeah.
I might actually. I didn't even deep it from that perspective that you just brought.
Right.
But being humble in the middle of conflict,
Yeah.
is a difficult one.
I think it's rare.
Yeah, because
It's difficult.
when someone starts shouting at you, you like
Your guard goes up.
your guard goes
back
up.
up.
It's like
Yeah.
You're trying to
100%.
defend yourself, and it's no longer about what you were talking about. It's about you just
tone of
disrespecting me.
voice.
Yeah.
You know
Like,
what I mean?
who do you think you're talking
That's
to?
why, you have to like. You see, when you're in uni or you're in school, you study for an exam, so that when the exam comes, you don't need to cram everything in one day.
Yeah.
So, in the same way, as human beings, you teach yourself to be humble.
Yeah.
You teach yourself to be a good listener. You teach yourself to be a good communicator. So when the situation arises where you need to use these tools, you're already equipped. It's not that in the middle of the argument now you're thinking, how can I be humble? How can I say this? Because you won't. Your brain doesn't work that way. You got to program yourself in stable environments so that in unstable environments, those traits that you've taught yourself can then thrive.
But what age do you think you should be able to teach yourself?
You can teach yourself from as young as possible. I say all the time, I started at 15.
Teaching yourself to be a good listener?
Yes, to be a better person. Like,
Okay.
see this self-development journey.
Yeah.
Started at 15. But you could have started younger. You can start at 30 though.
Yeah.
It might be a bit...
Depends what you go through, to be fair.
Depends what you go through.
Yeah,
Depends how you perceive the situations that you're in. And how you can, like, come out of it in that sense. But I think it really can be any age.
Do you argue with your friends?
Yeah.
Really? Like, does it get heated?
Yeah.
And how quick does it take to resolve?
Depends on the friends. Like, so one of my best friends, Eshe, she's gonna watch this. Me and Eshe are very similar.
Okay.
Like, in so many ways. So we get down. But I love her so much that by the next day, like, it's not even a thing.
Oh.
But then it's not even like, we're like siblings.
Yeah.
Like, you argue with your sister or your brother. You guys have siblings, isn't it?
Yeah.
You argue with them.
I don't really argue with my sister, you know.
Fairs.
Do you know what I mean?
Fairs.
That's fair
I
enough.
feel like with siblings, I think the arguing phase is when you're close in age, teenage years, 16, 14, 17, 18.
Yeah.
Get me? You're growing up, hormones
Yeah.
are changing.
Yeah.
Once you become adults, I'm 24, my sister's 20.
Yeah.
You become closer as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like, bro, like,
I hear it. And the things we argue about is stupid stuff.
it's stupid stuff, bro.
Why'd you put your bag in my car? What? Are you done? Why'd you do that?
That's like, what is that?
That's literally
bro?
what we were arguing about.
You know, it's crazy. But back to what you were saying. You said that with your female friend, the next day things are resolved.
It's calm.
And that's interesting because, for example, Malta's just finished, and I'm seeing guys, like one of the guys on TikTok is like a reporter kind of thing on what's going on in Malta, and he's saying that like girls are arguing on holidays and they're just falling out.
It happens, man. It happens.
But-
And I've had that as well. Not on holiday, but actually I have had beef on holiday. But
You trying to get into it?
Nah, I don't.
So,
But she wasn't really my friend. She was a friend of a friend. So it wasn't.
see, but that's the thing with women. Why would you understand? But actually, no, I don't really understand. Why would you travel abroad with someone who's not necessarily your friend?
Because we had a mutual friend.
Yeah.
And it was her trip. So I was always gonna go in it. And the thing is, even on the holiday, I didn't make it a thing, but it was made a thing.
Yeah.
And I had to back myself.
Of course.
Do you get it?
As you always do. As you always do.
I also feel like, unfortunately, I have had a few friendship breakups. I have.
Okay.
And I think that's down to a number of things.
Were you at fault for some of them? Be honest. Let's be humble.
I had faults, yeah.
Okay.
I definitely had faults.
Okay.
And my thing is, no one's perfect. You have to be able to acknowledge your faults and apologize. But that doesn't mean that the person's gonna accept your apology. And you gotta respect their choice for distance from you. That's the only thing you can do, and try and be a better friend to the friends that you do have. But yeah, I've had friendship fallouts. I won't lie. Yeah.
I think
1 or 2.
No,
No, I'm joking.
Ah,
I'm joking.
You're the problem.
Just a couple, you know.
No, do you know what it is? I think one of the main differences between guys and girls is that I don't think we'll ever travel with man them that aren't our direct friends. Like I can't.
Okay.
Like
What if it was his birthday and he has friends that are not your friends?
I could do that, but I'm personable.
Right.
I'm very social. I can chat to people that I'm not really close with. But I'm not everyone.
Yeah.
Not everyone's as social as me.
Yeah.
So problems can arise from different scenarios from different people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So then I'd think back, let's say when the thing arises, it's like, okay, we travelled with people that we don't really know that well. Should we really be doing that? I don't know. It's a bit tough, to be honest, but I don't really see guys travelling with friends of friends.
Okay, that's fair.
I see girls doing it,
That's
and
fair.
I see problems arising from that.
I hear it.
Do you know what I mean?
Hear that, yeah.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I think it also depends on your temperaments. Like I said, me and SJ, we beef all the time. Even on my birthday, like I forget when we got to Eden, we started arguing again. Like,
On your birthday?
But it wasn't like I don't care. Like it's just another day. It's my
No, it's not.
Nah, it's not just. It's my birthday.
it depends.
Yeah,
What
but
do you argue about?
we could
Exactly.
argue on any day. It just happened to be on my birthday. Like we're arguing because I told her to stop shouting in the car. She was like, "Don't tell me to stop shouting in the car."
Oh,
Like,
don't tell me
just
to
stop.
stop. Oh my
Just
days.
stop. But it wasn't deep. Like
Yeah.
literally the next day we all love you. Oh my god, I love you so much. You're my sister.
Yeah.
It's not. It's never gonna be like But then I have another friend. My friend Nicole is a lot more calm. She's like her temperament is just cool, easy. So I know that I can just be like. We're never gonna have like a scrap, but in the middle I could be like, Nicole, I don't like that you said that, blah blah blah. She's receptive to that, so it depends on it's different relationship dynamics with my different friends.
See, the thing is with calm people. no, because that's me, that's him. We're very calm people.
Yeah.
I feel like people get irritated at the fact that we don't get heated.
Really?
Yeah, especially.
Give me an example.
Let me not say especially women, but for example, let me use women. I'm sorry, like,
It's
I'm
okay,
not hating on women. But
You already
it just
you
happens.
already stereotype black women.
How?
You said that you thought I was gonna be late.
No, but that's valid though. That's valid though. Get ready with me
fine.
too. You know what I mean?
He also
Come on.
predicted my buzzball flavor because I'm a black girl.
And I was right.
He wasn't right.
I was
It
right though.
Actually, mine is despite
star.
the chili mango. That's my
Oh,
favorite.
you're violating.
Chili mango. What colour is
The
that
white
one?
thing.
No, I'm Yoruba.
Oh,
no, it's not the white. It's
Black?
yellow.
That's even worse.
It's yellow. You know
We
what?
tried the yellow
corn
one.
star ones. Oh, is
No,
it
that's
the
the
yellow
orange one.
one?
Yeah, the yellow.
Yellow
one.
one.
It's got red
No.
writing on it.
Oh no.
Chili mango.
I like.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh god.
You know one of those, you like them like spices in alcoholic
Yeah.
drinks.
You know,
Oh,
I don't even like spices in alcohol. It's just that one.
Fairs.
I feel like it just ignites my Yoruba genes. Like pepe.
Okay. We'll get onto that later. But
my days.
what was I saying? I think I forgot what I was saying.
Calm people are slower to anger.
Yeah, like for example, well, I guess women do this with everyone, but when they try and provoke you and they're not succeeding in provoking you, it's like, why aren't you falling for the trap? Why aren't you getting heated? They're never gonna say that specifically.
Yeah.
But you'll see them get irritated because you're not biting.
Okay.
It's like, bro, like the problem?
I've never done that before.
You've never done.
Like try to get why? Like what was the end goal? Do you think with trying to get you angry?
You have to tell me.
No, sometimes
It's your species.
sometimes I genuinely think it's because they do it just to they want to see that you care.
But is
in a
that
way.
not messed
I feel like
up?
there's
No,
other ways to see if a guy cares. I'm not.
Right.
Bro,
exactly.
like, you know what I'm saying?
There's
It's
other
like
ways.
you're on our side. You know?
For the girls.
Pick me.
No, please, I'm for the girls. I beg.
Oh no.
But there's other ways. Like, why would I feel like that's a toxic way to get a guy to show interest? in you.
Yeah.
Like, I think what they really want is passion, but maybe they're channeling it in the wrong way. They just want your devotion and like your passion and your intentionality. But they don't know how to get it outside of toxicity. Maybe
Toxicity is hard to avoid. I think for everyone. That might be a hot take.
it's not hard to avoid, bro.
I don't think. I think it's not hard to
It's
avoid.
not hard to avoid, bro.
Yeah,
You
I
can
don't
see the
think.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It is hard to
I
avoid.
feel like the red flags are always glaring, bro.
Like,
Yeah.
let's be real. Everyone's life from start till now. I don't know a single person that can tell me at age 24, 25, they've never encountered a toxic person.
Yeah, but I could have avoided it.
really.
It was easy to avoid. I walked into
Yeah, but
it
it's
with my
always
eyes
easy to
open.
say in hindsight, though.
Bro, I knew, and I knew, yeah, there were so many points that I could have been like, I'm out,
But you didn't.
and I didn't.
But why?
And that was because I think I had like this hope that it was gonna get better.
Delusion.
Maybe. But in my mind, yeah, I just felt like, oh, it's gonna be calm. Like, it's gonna get better. And then there will be days where it did get better.
Yeah.
And then there'll be like 2 weeks where it's just trash.
Yeah.
And then thinking, oh, but the last 2 weeks ago was better. But since then, I've never been in a situation like that because it's easy to spot.
Yeah.
I know the traits. I know when okay, let me not say I know when a man is lying, but when I find out he's lying, I know what to do.
I think it's fair to say you know when a man is lying. Like, I'd like to believe I know when a girl's lying most of the time.
Okay. I wouldn't know because I don't feel like I'm the best, like superficial judge of character. Like, I can't look at someone and be like, I can tell that you're a really nice guy. I have to talk to you first.
Yeah.
So I don't know if my instinct is up to that point where when a guy's lying, like, I can just tell straight away, like, you're lying. Like, sometimes I've been lied to. I'm sure that I've been lied to, and I didn't know.
The thing is, there's something that.
I don't mind lying. I think lying is calm.
Oh,
no. Okay, wait. Explain yourself, because it can be calm, but in what context? Calm
sometimes, like. People are not gonna agree in it. This is just my personal hot take. Of course. I'm just a realistic person. I don't want to know everything. Like, I don't want to know, for example, that. Let me not use that example, but there might be certain things that you've done that my perception of you might change, and you can afford to keep that.
Oh, okay.
If it's something important, you should share that with your partner. But there's certain things I've done my boyfriend don't ever need to know.
Oh, you're talking about with your partner?
Yeah. Okay. Or even with your friends. Like, there might be an outfit that she wore one day that I thought, why did you wear that? And I don't need to tell her, you look ugly today.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't. Like, sometimes I think lying is perfectly calm.
Oh, so you're talking about lying to a friend and saying she looks good when she doesn't?
Yeah. Like, I remember one time, my friend was like, I'm not going to say what it was, but like, did she look a certain way? Yeah. I said, no. Because I knew that was it wasn't to do with her size or anything, because I know that's like where everyone's mind's gonna. It wasn't to do with that, but I knew that it was something she was insecure about, but she was already working on. So in that moment, I don't want to make you feel like the work you're doing is not enough. I'd be like, no, I can actually see the changes. Keep on going. I think that's perfectly calm.
But you couldn't see the changes, right?
I
don't want to stitch you up. I don't want to stitch you up, but it's like.
But I knew that if I had said in that moment, I can't see the changes.
Yeah, it would have.
Her self-esteem would have gone like that. If she wasn't doing the work, I would have been like, yeah, I can't see the changes, and this is what you should do.
Yeah.
Like, in fact, let's even do it together.
Yeah.
But she was already making the effort, so I was just like, let me encourage her, positive affirmations, push her to keep going.
Yeah.
That's just.
That's
everyone else will say like, tell your friends the truth, and you know what? Completely valid, but I just feel like the human brain doesn't work that way.
I feel like in that scenario, I think you played it well.
Okay.
And on the rare occasion, full honesty is somewhat overrated.
Yeah.
Like that example.
I agree. I'm not gonna lie. I don't need to know the whole truth.
But I feel like with Mandem dealing with Mandem, it's full truth 95% of the time. Especially when it comes when it comes to like commenting on how someone looks. Like this doesn't ever happen with us anyway. But if man asks, how do I look? If you look dead, bro, man's gonna tell you change that.
Okay, what if you knew, let's say you had a friend who was unattractive for some reason.
Yeah.
And you knew that it was something that played on him. Actually, let me ask you. Okay, let me build up the question. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys within your male friendship groups have discussions about like your physical insecurities?
No, not as of recent. It's weird, not as of recent, but I feel like with some man, you know their insecurity.
Okay.
Via maybe what they've said, how they've moved in certain scenarios.
So you can kind of deduce that, okay, he doesn't like his forehead, he doesn't like his nose, he doesn't like, okay.
Right.
Now, is that bared in mind when these conversations about how do I look, bro, come up? Is that taken into consideration?
I feel like we just take the piss out of each other though.
Yeah.
Like even with those insecurities, like we can to an extent.
See, I'm me personally. If I know for sure you're insecure about something, I will try my absolute hardest not to mock you about it.
Okay.
I don't think I even do that. If someone can tell me otherwise, then fair enough.
Okay.
But to my best knowledge and ability, I don't take the piss out of people who have
an insecurity that you know about.
Yeah, because it's like, man, we're going to laugh and joke about it, but when that person gets home,
you're
going to think about it. Like, people will remember how you make them feel. No matter how, like, close you are, like, if a man's insecure about his forehead, and you go, Mama looks like Mega Man. Laugh. When he gets him, like, Mama looks like a Mega Man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And he's going to think about it. Do you know what I mean?
Like, I also think with boys, it's like we're taking a piss out of you, but it's all. I don't want to say.
You
It's
can't-
from,
you
I
can
don't
say
say
it's all love,
like,
yeah.
I don't want to say it's
But
from
he's gonna
place of
think
love.
about it
Yeah,
when
he's
he
gonna
gets home.
think about it, but it's like it's not as if like we're actually taking a piss out. It's a joke. Like it's a friendly joke.
Yes, but
But
then if
I don't know. I don't.
But we
I
can
think it's
also agree
different.
that there's truth in jest.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
if
yeah.
he runs with that?
Yeah, that,
Do you see what I'm saying?
I do hear it. I do hear it.
You know
I
what
just
I
feel
mean?
like male friendships, you have to be more thicker
Thick-skinned?
skinned. Yeah,
You do.
Yeah.
But is that just something that you guys tell yourself though? Because I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I mean, I have my own.
Hey!
I personally feel like men are mad emotional. Men are mad sensitive.
More than women.
Way
No,
more.
that's
Way more than women.
way more. Come on, okay.
Way more. If not equal. Okay, for the sake of the show, I would say it's equal because I've seen men. A guy will literally block you because. Let me give an example. Yeah, my girl told me the other day. I was just talking about a guy that like is a friend. She was like, "Oh, that guy blocked me." You know, I was like, "What? He's such a calm guy. Like, why?" I was like, "Cause I wasn't interested in him. He blocks me." And I said, "Do you know what? That is so interesting because I've had a situation where the guy would block me periodically, like."
periodic.
Like, if I wasn't giving him the energy he wanted, I would just find out that I've been blocked. Even on social media platforms that we don't have each other on, I've been blocked. And I'll find out like a year later. Because
Yeah. You don't
let's
really
say
care
someone might just be like, oh, send him a post or repost it, and I can't click on it. Because, and I've been blocked for a year and I didn't know. Whereas I don't move like that. Like, I don't just start blocking a man because we're in the middle of an argument. Like, let's have a discussion about this.
Yeah.
Look at all the wars that have been created over the world. Like, who's beefing is the man them.
that.
Is the man them? Who's the leader of America? Is it not man? Is it not Donald Trump that's beefing
but then
China tariff now?
You gotta add context.
Let's be real, yeah. Is Donald Trump emotional? Is he an emotional leader? Yes or no?
Yeah, he is. But are you using that as a basis to say that all men
And
are emotional?
every not only that, I also used a real life relatable
Yeah,
example of like maybe you guys might not know what your male friends are like in relationships per se, but I can definitely say from a woman's perspective, men can act so irrational. Like, they see you talking to a guy outside, they start getting annoyed. Meanwhile, it's just a friend, or they don't like a certain outfit you're wearing. Oh, why? They're getting annoyed. What? Who? Why are you posting? Who's the other side of that dinner table? They start getting annoyed. Like, the small. Look at the way you lot shout on COD. Oh, fucking, oh shit.
No, but that's valid though.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
cool,
our
innit?
thing.
I'm
That's
not
our
saying,
hub. Do you know
bearing
what I
in
mean?
mind, yeah, I'm not saying this is invalid. I'm just saying you guys are emotional.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's a problem.
Yeah, I don't disagree with
I
that.
think, yeah, that as a complete human, you need to have that balance of emotion and logic. I don't think it's healthy to be too on either side. But I do
One-sided.
think men are emotional, to be honest with
Yeah, I
you.
do agree with that. Like, I
must
can
say-
admit I'm emotional, but I feel like the way in which I portray my emotions is vastly different to how a lot of women portray their emotions.
Okay.
For example, like crying, for example, if you, like, a man shouts at a woman, she starts crying,
Yeah.
they're on the spot. She's portraying her emotions.
But at the same time, though, a man shouting is an expression of anger, which is an
Yes.
emotion.
Yes,
So when I
exactly.
say emotional, I just mean like we are equally expressive and affected by external factors. And I think that is completely like, you get angry, I get sad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I get angry, you get annoyed. You get annoyed, I get emotional now. Like, I'm getting like depressed, whatever. Like, it's just a back and forth, and that's okay. Like, we're all
Yeah.
humans.
I feel like,
Which is why, circling back to the insecurity and mandem and thicker skin conversation, yeah, I just feel like you guys mask it in a different way because of
Yes,
social pressures. But I
somewhat.
think you're
Yeah.
equally emotional. And also, things like that I can do as a girl to improve my appearance, you guys can't necessarily do.
yeah.
So I can get surgery, I can go get my lashes done, I can get my nails done. All you can really do is get a trim.
Yeah.
All you can do is get a trim and get some nice gums.
Yeah,
Do you get it?
yeah, exactly,
So
true.
it's like that insecurity might even play on you a little bit more because you can't do anything about that nose or those lips or that ears or those toes that you've been playing with. You know, footballers mash up their toes now. You can't really do nothing about that. You get it? Because it's not socially acceptable.
No, but that's where I think we've sort of been forced into a corner where we just have to own ourselves and embrace it. So I feel like there's positives and negatives in
I
all these
agree
scenarios.
with that, to be honest, you know. I
You see
do
what I'm
agree with
saying?
that. I do. I feel like men definitely wear their insecurities differently to women.
Yeah.
100% I agree with that.
Yeah, because like a guy that might know that he's not like the best looking. Like he'll focus more on like just having a better personality.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I agree.
So
whereas with a girl, like, I'll speak for myself here. When I was younger, I say it often, to be honest. Like my whole uni period, I don't feel like I had the generic uni experience. Like I wasn't going on dates, I wasn't lip syncing.
where'd you go to uni?
Nottingham.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I went to University of Nottingham, and then I went to Loughborough after for my master's. So that whole 4 years, I was not talking to. I might have like spoken to one
Do you
boy.
do politics or both?
So I did for undergrad. I did politics and international relations. Then for masters, I did international business.
Sounds like a lot
I
of
feel
reading.
like a lot of girls do politics
Yeah.
though.
I love politics.
Swear.
You love it?
I make
Love.
cool videos though.
I've seen them now. They're actually
You
hard.
see?
Yeah.
I love politics and I love like sociology, psychology, and all of this stuff. But yeah, what I was saying was that throughout my uni experience, when I was going into uni, I remember I was watching bare YouTube videos like, when so many boys are gonna come see you, this is what you should do, this is what you should do, and that did not happen for me at all. So when you're younger, it's like it's normal. It's gonna come, the boys are gonna come. And you get into your 20s and it's like, am I ugly? Like, am I actually dead food? Like,
Bro.
I was calling my girls like, tell me the truth. Nah, you see that 95% honesty? I was asking for it then. I said, you man, tell me the absolute truth, because it was actually feeling undesirable.
Yeah.
Is like, well, shall I pause a little bit?
Yeah, go on.
Hello, welcome. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us, mate. Nice.
It's okay, nice to meet you.
Nice. What's going on, mate? But yeah, as you were saying.
Yeah, feeling, Can you imagine?
Feeling fly.
Yeah, man. Let's get into it.
Feeling undesirable as a woman, especially as a young woman, when your friends are experiencing all this like romantic, some boy send me flowers today and you're just there with nothing. It definitely played on me like mentally, even though it was something that might not even be important, like, because the guy's not moving. Like, do you know what I mean?
But would you change that for anything though? Now? Because I feel like that's character building what you just said there. Because I feel like with most people, everyone's gone through a period where it's like, right, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I remember like.
Do you think most people have experienced that?
Most people, 100%.
Do you think so?
Yeah, bro, 100. Like I remember.
Tell me about yours. Yeah, I'm curious about.
I remember.
This.
I think in fact, if I'm honest, like year 7 to 11. Year 7 to 11, bro.
You thought you was dead?
I didn't think I was. Key difference. It's in hindsight. I was like, year 7 to 11, I was the sporty guy. Like he's the guy. He's good at this. He's good at that. He's good at that. Yeah, he's popular. But when it came to attention, minimal, not zero. Zero is crazy, but like minimal. Yeah, like minimal. And it's like I didn't necessarily think, what can I do to change this? But like 10 years later, I'm like, rah. I'm thinking, maybe that happened for a reason.
Yeah.
Because when I came to sixth form, I cut my hair, life just changed. So I feel like I was meant to go through that.
Wow, when you step through those gates, September the 5th or the 3rd.
Yeah.
Fresh trim and that.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
You're 12, yeah? I feel like, nah, you're 12. You remember, everyone had that period where they just cut their hair. They went from afro to low cut. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
So then that's when the girls just start.
The thing is, I'll be honest, I was 16. I didn't really know how to handle it fully.
Really? Was that much?
I did. It wasn't even like that. But it was a thing where, like, when it first started, I was like, rah, but in your 7 to 11, man wasn't really getting this guy. I was like, so what's going on? What's... And then I soon became like used to it, kind of. And
then when you got to uni, did it intensify?
Yeah, uni was mad.
I think
still.
let's
Yeah.
I want to hear from. Because I don't want you to tone it down. I want you to tell the truth. Do you guys go to the same uni?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
So let me ask both of you actually.
Yeah.
And I'll do it.
Okay.
You guys will answer for him.
Okay, of course, definitely.
So when he got to uni, from the outside looking in, how did you assess his relationships with like the opposite?
With women?
Yeah. And how do you feel like that impacted him as a person? Like, do you feel like he changed? Just let's unpack that.
I've always had something I've said about him with terms of women.
Which is what?
Something, you know, all guys go through something. I think he went through something and it.
He became cold-hearted.
Yeah.
Been there, boy.
I think he's cold-hearted. I don't think he will let people in.
Really?
If we're gonna be real, I don't think he lets people in. I think he's got some wall. or something. Maybe he needs to assess it for himself. But that's my opinion. I think he's got a wall up there. Yeah, but in terms of attention, in terms of women, yeah, uni was just
mad.
But we were in Leicester, so
right.
Sodom and Gomorrah. Anyway,
Whoa!
I mean,
okay, yes, please.
yeah.
Please.
No.
Well, for him,
That's fair. Do you feel like he changed okay, so you said the change was like his emotional wall kind of went up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have anything to add to that?
Would
you support that statement?
I wouldn't say I recognize those same. I didn't have those same observations. I would just say, when everyone went to uni, they started feeling themselves a bit more.
Okay.
So I would
bit
say,
more confident.
yeah, just everyone was, yeah.
Okay.
So I'd say, yeah, I saw that in him, more confident and stuff like that.
Would
so.
you agree with that general breakdown?
Yeah, no, that's a bit of facts. I'm not gonna lie. I would have said if they were lying. No, okay.
no. I knew I was lying. If you said I was lying,
I knew they were telling
then
me.
we'll get darker. What do you mean?
Okay.
No, it makes sense.
No.
It makes sense.
I think that's with a lot of guys though, because even me growing up, when it came to women, I was nervous when it came to women, so I couldn't talk to girls. Like,
how did you learn how to start approaching women?
Honestly, I'd say like
I'm loving this convo, by the way, guys. I'm enjoying this.
it was still when I was young. Like, so I learned to talk to women because I made friends, but like I became friends with a lot of girls when I was very young. Because you know the whole guys and girls schools mix and all that. So that I started knowing how to talk to girls from there. But then I think it was 6th or maybe I got the confidence.
Okay.
So like, and when I say confidence, I mean in terms of like, I don't need to get this girl. So I'm not gonna put in effort to, if she's not reciprocating it, I'm not really feeling it. So that's how I've always been from young. So now, growing up, yeah, like I've said on the pod, if I feel like I want to go, I'll get her. Which is it's so annoying when I say that. And people react.
guy, I love that.
I hate it though.
No, but I love it. Why'd you hate it?
Nah, I hate because people will think, oh, raw, like what he thinks.
Cocky.
You are. What's wrong with that?
Nah, do you know what I mean?
What's wrong with that?
I don't think there's anything
please,
wrong.
Man, don't let people feel like they can humble you or make you feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you're the guy. You are the guy.
That's what.
What the hell?
Thank you.
Please.
Thank you.
How many people have a podcast? Let's be serious, man.
No, I appreciate that, but
Be
yeah,
serious, man.
I'll be honest. Yeah, like I feel like that's the confidence I've set myself.
Yeah.
at. So, yeah, uni. Yeah, uni was uni.
How do you feel like uni changed him or his perception, his relationships with women?
Ooh.
And obviously after as well.
Before uni and in uni. Oh man.
Did you notice the changes that he's talking about?
Do you know what? It's interesting because we became friends not long before uni.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they went to
And-
the same sixth form.
Yeah, we went to the same sixth form.
I didn't go sixth
We
form.
became friends through them lot.
Okay.
We went same
And-
secondary.
Would you have gone on holiday when they were? No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
What holiday?
Nah, so we were talking about. We'll get into it later.
Yeah, sorry, you missed the first half.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so we didn't know each other that well before uni, and first year we lived together, so our relationship kind of accelerated.
Yeah.
So I went from seeing what he was like, get me, from the outside to day to day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't say necessarily changes. I would just say I just saw a deeper insight to who he actually was, and who he was who I thought he was. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really a change. It was just
Real nigga.
It was
That's
just-
what I was.
But in terms of like that confidence with women, did you perceive that from even?
yeah. I
then?
saw that before I knew him well anyway.
Okay.
So it wasn't really like a shock or a change.
Yeah.
I was like,
Okay.
fair
Okay.
enough.
And
Yeah.
you knew him.
he would know me. Yeah. So
Nah, like he was always the. He.
I don't lie.
I'm not gonna lie. Like the way you were with girls, like when we were younger, it was like the same thing in uni, but it's just like more grown up and accelerated. If you get what I'm trying to say, because you know what I mean, you're both grown ups and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty much the same thing with what I was saying with T9. Like you start feeling yourself more. You're in a more of an adult environment, and I think that suited him as well. Talking to girls and stuff like that. So yeah, like. It's doing this thing.
Because I feel like we spoke about this maybe like a few months ago. I feel like there's glow up points or checkpoints in life, and it varies for everyone. But I feel like in uni everyone has one, whether it's first year, second year, third year.
Mine was after uni. I can't even lie.
Yeah, when you graduate, there's another one. I'm not gonna lie.
Where you need to go?
No.
Oh, okay, fair. So you're Midlands first.
Yeah.
So when
How
you
was that?
graduated, you just
Oh,
thought,
I went crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I went. Listen, it wasn't even my first or second year after uni. Probably maybe from like 2 years ago, I just went through a mad glow up. I don't know, and I just kept on going from there. From that point, so I don't know what. Actually, I know what changed, but anyway, your turn.
No, we'll get into that.
Can't just skip over these little things. Like, this is what we're here for. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah, Benzo.
Benzo. Ooh.
No, this will be interesting to hear.
Do you know what? With Benzo, he, like he's said for the both of us, yeah, everyone felt themselves a little bit more. But because he was always the quiet guy, in uni you start to see the other side of the quiet guy. And it's like Jekyll and Hyde. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Morning and
what
night.
he's on, yeah?
Bro.
They're both even not in
Benzo.
No, because everyone has that side though.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Everyone
but I
has
haven't
that
seen
side.
that side to
I
him.
have nothing to say.
It's
That's confirmation. You know what I mean?
I think it's very easy to see. For example, with me, I think from if you watch the pod or if you know or how I've even spoken of how I entered, you can tell a bit from how I am.
Yeah, definitely.
With him, he's very like reserved.
Okay.
So it'll be more of a shock.
Okay.
But to me, I know the real him. But when is my turn now?
No, I was just laughing.
No, so that your answer for him?
Yeah,
for me,
because you knew him longer. That's why.
Yeah, for me, I'll be honest. Yeah, he went through a early life crisis.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
I say that because this guy was me and him. We like it, enjoyment. We like it. Every party we'll go to, we're there, and we're vibing.
Okay.
He then changed. He went quiet. He went more emotionally intelligent. He went more woke, wise. My parents, my mom's telling me, "Oh, like, why are you? Look at. I don't want to say his name, but look at Benzo. So chill, so calm." I was like, you know, he actually is calm now. You know, like, what's going on? So then from there, he stopped going parties like that. Stopped going parties, but like,
you already knew. I can see where this is going.
Yeah, so he stopped going parties like that. Do you know what I mean? So he became more the chill guy. But the chill guy still has that, as he said, Jekyll and Hyde. So women, it's not. I don't think it's an issue with women for any of us.
Yeah.
So with him, there was no issue with women. If he wanted a girl, he would approach her. Do you know what I mean? So
I have nothing to say.
Oh my.
yeah. So like, yeah, I don't. The only change was just himself, not in terms of women. Women like, yeah, I think I never saw him as like someone that can't chat together. That's how I saw him.
That's so interesting.
But do you not feel like? Let me not say birds of a feather flock together, but I feel like it makes sense that we roll together and none of us have issues with chatting to women. Because I don't feel like I can see myself rolling with someone that can't chat to women.
Really?
That sounds shallow. But that's just right.
I feel like what I'm hearing you say is that is an indicator of a certain personality trait that doesn't align with you, like maybe a lack of confidence.
Yeah.
Or so it's not really the fact that you don't chat to girls; it's about the fact that you don't have that
confidence.
Yeah.
In you.
Like,
so
you see something, you want it, go for it.
Yeah, he's acting like he's coaching the man. Just do it.
So it's character building. So it's like even when growing up back in the day, you go Stratford to talk to girls.
Yeah,
that's how it was. So it's like if you see a girl and when man, I'm telling you go approach her.
You gotta
and you're shuffling, like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? So it's like you have to go.
Men are different.
No.
So you not basically train yourself.
You train from young.
Wow. So you see this Stratford, you're talking around what age group?
I didn't do it too often.
No.
Like,
just an example.
I'll say like
let me rephrase the question.
When Westfield Stratford became like a thing that people go to. So maybe like. I don't
16?
No, even younger than that, bro. 14.
Really?
Yeah, man. I don't think it was anything.
When Van Banter was there, was that not like 15?
Yeah, but I didn't go like. I mean, that was when like the YouTube people would go there. But like, I'm just saying like when it was like a spot where people go vibe and go chat to girls. That's when.
So you guys might be out. He'll be like, oh, I'm feeling that girl. Like, go chat to the girl. It might even be both of you.
Yeah. Was it now?
No. At that time.
Like if you don't chat to her, then what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
And I feel like
it's like a rite of passage.
Yeah, you have to go through that. Any guy has to go through that.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Because you see how when you're out, whether it's in the UK or abroad, the next morning there's that debrief. That's coming up. Your time's coming.
Oh no.
That's
and it's bad. It's bad.
It's coming up.
That's
feel it.
Now, that's
you
currently though.
Feel it. Yeah, exactly. That's
currently. We'll sit you down.
Yeah.
No, I've
if
done
I
this.
If I scope you, look at it, babe, and you just
You're
see you
shaking.
hesitant. Next morning I'll deal with you.
Oh no,
your time is coming, brother.
You're in trouble.
What is that about?
You're in trouble.
Of course, because we roll together. We are one.
No, because
so your failure is my failure.
Yeah, that's facts. Because let's say now, me, I saw you now at a function, and you have a friend there, and I've told you, yo, bro, yeah.
That's you.
You've got a wingman. You have to wingman.
You have to do it.
That's what I was gonna say. Like if you're not, if you haven't got the level for a 2-man, you can't really be.
No.
Yeah, you can't hang. You can't
really hang. You
can't. You can't.
It's an ability issue.
It was crazy. We had a brethren that his mindset, the way he used to. Oh no.
All of you know exactly what he's talking about.
Of course. But this is what I say. I've trained men. I have an ebook.
Trained is so.
This guy's like an evil professor.
I have an ebook.
This guy's an evil professor.
No,
He's Doofenshmirtz, bro.
I'm an angel. I'm an angel. I'm doing God's will. Because, for example, this was my first trainee. When we went to university, he went by his government name.
So first of all, ditch that.
Ditch that.
First things first, get rid of that.
Your name is now T9.
Oh,
yeah, I say this on every episode.
First of all,
but yeah, no.
Get rid of that. Next.
Yeah, no, there was actually a brethren that like the way his approach with women was just so off. It's like,
what do you mean?
That this is gonna sound crazy, but it's like he thought to get women, you have to spend money. Like you have to, like that's all it takes. Like you have to do like so much. You have the
gift of the gab.
Yeah, but it's like I was telling bro, like a lot of girls, like 95% just like attention. Facts. And want to be with you and show them.
Yeah.
Just do that, bro. Go and see her. Good. And then it's like,
you good?
No. I'm good.
Omar Rosso to be. Sorry, transition. He's got the gift of the gab.
Yeah, so it's like, bro, like just talk to her and just he drives. So it's like, yo, just go and see her sometimes. And then you get me. From there, you'll see like, Ross, he's feeling you way more than just this. 200 300. I'm not saying don't do the date.
Yeah.
Bro, like, do you know what I mean? Apply that and then see where you go.
Yeah. Wow.
Let's just say,
Yeah. We get it. We get it.
Yeah, I don't know. Certain man, if you ain't got the confidence, I'll actually speak with you, like, yo, bro, like,
yeah.
The way I feel like it's also a thing of like how you see women. You see women as like
conquests.
No. I wouldn't say conquest. It's like in terms of like the guys.
Do you wanna say?
No.
I feel like you wanna say.
No, the word that was funny. The word conquest is a good word, though.
It was.
It's a very good word, but
Vanessa seems so aggressive.
Yeah. What is that?
It's like a game.
You see, men definitely see women as conquest.
No. We see them as. Okay. Do you want me to be honest? It's a challenge.
How cancelled do you want to get in it?
There we go.
Come on.
Nice.
No, women is like it's some will say it's like a sporting event.
Ooh.
You know, some people apply points.
Ooh.
You know, there's a lot of things that people just see as me. I don't. Do you know what I mean? Certain people 3 points, 2 points, 1 point. That's just. Do you know what I mean? So that's how certain men see it, not me. I would never.
Obviously not.
Obviously
never.
Right.
We'd never view women as
never,
objects.
Never. But back to the confidence thing. For me, I see guys that lack the confidence to talk to girls. I feel like they've put women on not a pedestal, but it's like they see them as like
unattainable.
Yeah, like you can't attain a goal. So it's like you're now already counting yourself out. So then that's all I would tell a man. Like, yo, like as much as she's buff, bro, like. Speak to her, bro. Like you can get her, bro. There's nothing saying that you cannot get her.
You're right,
do you know what I mean? So it's like, and that's with life in general. That's my advice with life.
Even celebrities.
Yeah, bro. Like
it sounds delusional, but it's the same principle.
I hear
bro.
it. Actually, hear it.
Like if you see a celebrity in a function and you think she's buff, just maneuver, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I wouldn't, but yeah.
Fairs.
Yeah, but I mean, like in a hypothetical scenario is what I'm talking about.
I feel like with me, or with women, let me say with me, I had to learn the confidence to flirt. Because I did not know how to flirt, bro. Like a guy would say, "Oh, you're looking at me." Like, okay.
Oh wow.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Like what now?
Frozen.
All right. Thanks. Oh, you're looking nice. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Thank you. So do. I had to learn, but I don't know where it came from. Honestly, I'm telling you, 2 years ago, my brain just switched, and I just became.
Became what? Let's get to you.
Yeah. Go on.
How was like life in terms of? Have you guys spoken about uni? How life was for you?
Yeah, that's actually. You know what? That's actually where we were when you walked in. I was just saying that I was never really an insecure person until maybe like see that third year masters, like third year postgrad.
Yeah.
I started to think like, bro, like I'm getting a bit older. What, like no one's trying to. You want to buy me flower? You want to take me out? Because it was just zero attention. I didn't know why. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I didn't know. And I remember one time, I was with like some of my male friends in the common room. We're just talking, and it just came up in convo. And it was one of those, you know, first year time is not real.
Yeah.
We're probably there at like 6, 7 in the morning. We've been there all night, just chilling in the common room, just talking. And they were like, "Oh, do you know what it is? It's like the way you walk. You walk like you've got somewhere to go.
Okay.
Like don't stop me unless you're coming to say something serious." And they were like, even the way your aura is, it's like you gotta be correct if you're gonna do. And I was like, but I'm such a nice person. They were like, it's not about what you say, it's about the way you walk and the way you move. And I thought, do you know what? I can't really change that. Like that's just how I am. Like,
but that's a good thing.
And I don't try to come across as a certain way. Maybe it's the way I speak. Maybe it's the way I carry myself, or the way I don't know what it is in it. But my hope would be that the person who would approach me would be on that level or even more.
Yeah.
Like you said, rightly so. Be confident. Like, I'm a human being. Like, be confident. Obviously, have something about you.
Yeah, of course.
But I genuinely feel like confidence is probably the key characteristic that a man needs to get the girl that he wants. I think is the key.
Any girl, if you approach with confidence, in my opinion, that's
I'm not gonna lie, I agree.
That's 50% of the job.
If I can tell that you had to build up the confidence, talk to me immediately. It doesn't matter how lame you are. It doesn't matter how much money you have. If I can tell that you had to practice, like,
but what are the tells though? In that,
okay, cool. Avoiding eye contact, like you're kind of looking down a little bit, kind of this is stumbling over your words. No, just take it easy. And do you know what it is? You don't even need to have bars. Like, just come and talk to me. Are you enjoying your night?
Right. Just talk
like,
to
where'd
the
you
girl,
get these braids? Like, just be like, I love this hair. Me, I'm forward when I'm used to me. I don't do that no more though. But when I did, I used to be forward. I'm not even gonna.
You used to be
switched.
Bruh. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with
why
that.
though?
There's nothing wrong.
But why
with
though?
There's nothing. Why did I miss it? Because I wasn't getting
Why did you
attention.
stop?
I don't even think it's because of TikTok. I'm not even gonna lie.
I heard it though.
Oh, I hear it.
Yeah,
Brand.
you get.
I hear it.
I'm just gonna be honest, innit?
Nah,
Like,
I
you
hear
get to a certain point and you're just like, you don't want to be known as the girl that, she muted me, you know, she muted me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when I was at DRT, you got ease up.
100
facts.
You got ease up.
No, even with our following now, there's a lot of things I just
You can't do. You can't do no more. Like, and let me, before they start saying that we think we're saying, but it's just a general thing. Like, when you go out, your faces are noticeable.
Yeah.
Even if they don't know you, they will recognize
that
you.
guy from TikTok, you know, he was trying to move to me.
All it takes is for them to be scrolling one day. This guy moved to me. Oh, he moved to me too, you know. And before you know it, you create a reputation, which is not even bad. Like, you're a young person, you're meant to move to people, but I'd rather not have that reputation.
Look at my man on the slow jams with A story that was lipsing off that girl,
bro. Like,
imagine
please,
if that's
man.
someone with a TikTok.
Like, please, man. Like,
you know what I mean?
please.
If he had a TikTok, that is,
he's finished. He's cooked.
That's stitches.
And you see the way this UK culture is, This is not America where you can do what you want.
Yeah.
You know that guy that was eating a girl out one New Year's Eve? Till today, they've not let it go. Dominic Soler.
Oh,
the one that was eating a girl out on the stairs. Or even...
That was time ago.
That was years ago. Or even, you remember when they were feeding one girl suya?
Hiatus.
I was like, bro, what's the big deal? Like, people eat suya all the time. Like, you've never been fed suya. Like, but the way the culture is like, you can't do nothing. Why are you always moving to girls? You move to two girls. No, that guy was always moving to girls. You eat suya in the club. Nah, that girl so dirty. Like, bro, you can't do nothing. So, just
but the way she was fed the seal was
what's deep, man? Like, please, bro. Like, it's a bit of suya.
on.
Like,
It is like I can only speak for myself. Certain things I just see as like, oh, right, that's something. Then
you move on.
I don't hold on to things like that.
I wouldn't to make it a thing.
A
like,
video or stitch it there.
That's
what is this? Somebody got fed suya in the club. Okay, like, how many times have you been out and seen guys pouring drinks down girls' throats?
It's the same thing.
What's the difference?
At
least this one is food. It's not alcoholic beverage.
No,
what's the big deal? Like, let the girl live, man.
I saw one of your TikToks when you were talking about like eating air.
Yeah.
We had a conversation about that like not too long ago about like
let's get
girls
into
coming to the table. About girls coming to the table. No, I just always thought it was mad that like if a girl comes onto your table, like you invite a girl to your table and there's drinks there, she goes to reach for it straight away.
Yeah.
I always just thought that's kind of mad.
Okay, so this is what I'll say. Yeah. Sorry, you can take.
No. That's it. Yeah.
This is what I'll say. Yeah. I'm very like I told you guys earlier, I'm very big on politeness. Like, I hate rudeness.
Yeah.
And again, I think that's a UK thing. Like, you know, from primary school, we're taught our pleases, our thank yous, our excuse me's. And I don't know why that's just stuck with me. I hate rudeness. If somebody invites you to their house, you're not just going to open their cupboard. What's in this fridge? What's in this cupboard? Bring that biscuits. No, you're not going to do that.
Yeah,
so why, when somebody invites you to their table, you just bring your hand, just bring your acrylic. You're not going for the most expensive one.
Julio, Don Julio, it's mad.
Just take it
Yeah, take it
easy.
easy.
Because I know when I go eating, I'm not paying that bill.
Yeah.
So I'll wait. And more time,
Who's paying the bill?
the guys. Quite frankly,
How many times?
a few times. Or every time I've gone, I've never seen her eat. I don't know what the Eden bill looks like. And rightly so. Why should they go
rightly
there?
so, rightly so.
I heard it. I don't think I've never gone to a table, which is actually crazy when I think about it now. I've never gone to a table and a girl's ever paid for anything.
I'm sorry.
Like
That's
since
just how it
I've
goes,
started
innit?
doing
That's it.
tables,
That's
Yeah,
normal,
No
but
girl's
then
ever
I
for the
feel
bill.
like if the guy is bringing that value, just be polite and be respectful.
100%.
Minimum.
And the same thing, even if I went on a girl's table, bro, if anybody's inviting me on their table, I'm gonna be respectful. I don't know how you guys have rationed your this thing. I don't know. Maybe this guy said the Casamigos is mine only. Nobody else should touch it. I don't know what the rules are before I got there. Let's sit down, take it easy. Whether will you like it? Most time they're gonna bring shots and they're gonna share it with everyone anyway.
100%.
So why be rude and just be a lady? Calm down. Just
I
take
hear
it
it.
easy.
But you always, as
Take
me
it easy.
as a guy, I just wouldn't say nothing.
Most
Like,
time men
if-
won't.
I'll just let her do like.
Most time,
depends.
but
It
you
depends.
know that afterwards you guys are having a conversation. Like, what for my girl?
Yeah, 100%.
Who brought this one to the table?
Yes, that's the first
Then I was
question.
like, Tina, what
That's
you, bro? Why you
the
bringing
first.
this? It's him.
That would
It's him.
never.
Tina, what you doing, bro? Nah, get off.
Nah.
Tina, get off,
This is
bro.
what I'm saying. Talo gbele wa for God's sake. Talo le for God's sake. Don't shame me with.
Yeah,
Who brought this
facts.
one here?
Facts.
That's what it's gonna be, and you don't want to be that girl, innit?
No.
So take it easy. Wait for them. They'll even respect you more. She's not acting like a miscreant. Give her the shot. She takes the shot. Give her pour a drink. You know, not acting crazy. That's just my take.
Yeah.
You guys do what you want.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna like. I don't. It's not a big deal for me. Like once you're on the table, just take what you want.
Yeah.
I don't get too
Tina
much into it.
disagrees.
I don't understand. You've been invited onto the table.
Yeah.
That you're not paying for.
And
So
more
why are
time,
you gripsing
yeah,
the drink?
more time, this is how it works, yeah. If me and my girls decide this Friday we're going to Eden, we're not booking a table in it. We're pulling up there,
Yeah.
and then one of the girls is gonna scout for a table that needs girls,
Scout.
and then
This
when
is how
she
it
chats,
works.
she's gonna
Clearly.
come on, like let's be honest.
Yeah.
She will chat to one of the guys
Yep,
and
and
they'll be
he
like,
says, "Yo, come
guys,
on."
I've got a plug, come over. So it's not even my plug.
Wait.
Oh, you guys didn't know that?
The lingo is plug.
That's the thing. That's what I was stuck.
plug.
That's what I was
I
stuck.
just say that in it. Sorry.
Oh,
No,
no,
Okay.
I like it
It's
though.
not a generic term.
I hope girls don't use this now.
Plug, you know.
Okay, sorry.
I've got a
No,
plug.
it's not. No. I just
Crazy. You think
Well, are
you're
we not
smart
supposed
for
to?
something. That's
No.
crazy.
What a plug.
Like you're a connect. You're the connect, isn't it?
Oh my
As guys,
God.
we should know this.
We are doing, but
No, it's true, but
to be
the
told
terminology-
I'm the plug.
The
Yeah.
plug, you know.
You don't. You guys don't like it.
No,
No, I like
It's not that
it.
bad.
It's just like
We didn't know about it.
Raw.
raw.
The terminology.
No, I say it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm just a ghetto girl, man. Sorry.
No, but I like it because that's actually like when you think about it, that's actually what we're doing.
Like
That's
literally,
true.
because I'm not gonna scout. One of the girls will. One of the Fantastic Four. That's what I call them. One of the Fantastic Four is gonna
Oh,
go.
you have a designated.
Wait,
scout.
what? That's
Yeah.
the role.
Yeah.
I like that.
Everywhere.
No. That's not their role. It's just it's a role that any of the Fantastic Four can take.
Okay.
Are you wait? Fantastic Four, is this a group?
That's my four.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
Highly secret. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my four. If I'm stepping out, it's either with the Fantastic Four or some of the Fantastic Four. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Fantastic Four will be like chatting to the guy. Might even like the guy, but we've been standing around for a while. We need a table now. Innit?
Yeah.
Chat to the guy. He'll be like, "Oh yeah, girls, come on my table," or "You come on my table." Then she would then
Okay.
plug the rest of us in
okay,
it.
okay.
So it's not even my plug really.
Yeah.
I can't grab that drink.
100%.
Can't.
My girl might be able to.
No, she can.
But she wouldn't though, would she? Realistically.
wouldn't.
She can, but then once she grabs it, it's like, no, you lot can drink as well.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Now, if
Gateway.
her and the guy she's talking to are cool with it, then it's okay. But then I'm also conscious of all the other guys on the table as well who are also splitting that bill. That's why I personally would rather not.
No,
I'd
but
rather
then a
just be
lot
chill.
of the guys once we've said, oh yo, yeah, you can come. We've already asked, oh, where's your friend?
Yeah.
Now scout this Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four's been approved, so they can now come And then it's like, okay, they want to drink, no problem, they
Yeah,
can, of course,
yeah,
drink.
yeah.
Eesh.
It doesn't
Do you know what I mean? But in a situation now, cool, we've scouted Fantastic Four, yeah. And it's like, yeah, Fantastic 3 is fine. That 4 one.
Nah, you have to treat all of us the same, man.
So,
You have to.
so if they said to you, look, guys, like, no, like, obviously, guys won't do this.
Nah,
I don't think guys will do it, but like,
so. And you know, what was the first thing I said? That's an ick, rudeness.
Yeah.
Why would you even do that?
100%.
Like, that's a human. Like, why would you make a human being feel shit
left
because
out.
you're not attracted to that? You guys can stay, but nah, I might even throw hands like, don't talk to my friend like that. You're right.
Sorry?
Nah, don't talk to my friend
I
like
heard
that.
though.
Is she an ogre? Why would you
Wait. You hear what?
no, I hear like, raw, like, if you come and say to her, like, yo, nah, she can't come, like, what?
Like, what the hell?
yeah,
That's
talking
about.
crazy.
Yeah, nah.
Throwing hands, though.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said.
Nah,
Hard.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
like,
That's why are you
What?
telling my friend like, oh, you like?
Nah,
you're
it's
trying
mad
to-
rude.
You're
It's
trying
mad
to tell
rude.
me my friend's ugly. That's what
Yeah,
you're saying. That's what you're
100%.
saying.
Which
So
is
let's get it cracking.
I hear it, but
I
it's
might
like,
lose the fight, but we gotta get it cracking.
100%, I hear it. I actually hear it, but it's like,
for that counts.
if a guy actually does that,
That is
he's
insane.
a very
Like that one
somehow
part,
guy, in
and
my
especially because again, I spoke about how it was for me when I felt undesirable. It was highly unpleasant. So why would I want my friend? Why would I even allow someone,
to do that.
my friend?
Yeah.
No.
But what you like when, because sometimes when the table's big enough, it might be 2 batches. It's like
Of
you have
girls.
your group and then another group of girls on the same table.
Yeah. So what I try to be like familiar with, I try to be cool with them like off the bat. I don't, oh, you guys alright? Oh, I love your dress. That's me, innit? I want everything to be mellow.
Yeah.
But if not, we don't have to talk. It's never been a problem. Like,
Or as in, you guys are
there
just
might
on
have
the
been
table,
like a
just
little
not
like, oh, why is this girl pushing me forward? But nothing
Okay.
deep. Like, okay, we're all girls having a good time. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's only like, you know, once the alcohol gets in, everyone's a bit more belligerent,
Yeah.
and just a little bit more. But I've never really had like problems with other girls on the table. Nah.
Swear down.
Yeah, it's been calm.
To be
Like
fair,
that.
I ain't really done tables with like different guys before.
Yeah.
Maybe once, but it's like guys are more chill.
Yeah.
Like, we ain't gonna
yeah.
overstep. But it's like
Yeah.
once we're all on the same table, like cool, just everyone orders.
Yeah.
Everyone
yeah,
just takes
yeah,
whatever's on the
yeah,
table. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
That's how it was for one time in Hyatt. Like they violated us. They must have put us.
Really?
Yeah, they must have put us like 3 groups of guys on the same table.
Oh,
But-
clubs will do that. Clubs
but
will
it's
do that.
like
when they overbook,
yeah,
long day.
they overbooked and like raw like
long day.
where are you putting everyone? So it's like we just all hopped on the same table. Bear man, we still enjoyed it, but it's like never
not
again.
the same. Yeah,
never again.
I don't know.
Never
Hyatt's
again.
a bit. The first time I went Hyatt
Yeah,
wasn't pleasant.
yeah. I think
Which one?
Pleasant.
Which one?
Granite, the Woolwich.
Yeah,
Wasn't the best.
I think it was on my second attempt of Hyatt that I actually got in.
Yeah.
My first attempt, I got into not the VIP part
Yeah.
because I didn't even know there's VIP.
Yeah. I didn't know I was in the VIP. I thought everyone.
Yeah, I didn't know there was VIP and non-VIP. Then it's like, raw, bro, I'm trying to go in like VIP only. I was like, okay, how much? They didn't even say price. Nah, bro, if you ain't got the wristband.
You can't go in.
Yeah, because I actually didn't know. I was like, raw,
No,
like,
even
what
that VIP, they act like zoo animal. I'm telling you, when I walked through, they were grabbing my arm. Like I've never been grabbed, bro. They were grabbing my arm that I should come to their table.
Yeah.
It was literally like walking into a zoo.
No.
It wasn't
That is a
pleasant.
zoo.
They were grabbed. Like I'm not talking about 1, 2, 3. It got to the point where we had to get one of our male people to come and escort because it was a bit manic. But Eden, I never had a problem.
Of course.
Eden,
not.
I've never
It's easier for
I've
them,
never been. Never been high.
Yeah, neither have I actually. Yeah, I'm.
You haven't?
No,
Nah,
wait,
let's
why are
go.
you so surprised though?
Let's go in it. So a black British staple, you have to go. Eden ain't even paying me. I'm actually like an Eden ambassador. I was like Eden every podcast I go. But I just genuinely have a good time because I never used to like clubbing. I used to, oh my gosh, if you knew me, I'm talking about as soon as last year.
Yeah.
30 minutes into the motive, I'm going home. I'll see you man later. I'm out.
I'm getting to that stage right
30
now.
minutes.
Please, me.
Yeah,
work
work,
in,
he's getting to that
I'm
word.
getting to that
He's
I
stage
getting
hear
to
it. I've
Like,
been there.
I just if it's not bang, I'm cutting, man. I don't want to force it. Like, all
see
the,
my
like, I'll
love,
drink. Nah, even the drinking thing is like, I'm paying for the drink.
enjoying
yeah.
myself.
Just for a shit motive. It's like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm going yard,
Yeah,
man.
no, I used to be like that. Go
So
home, but
I've left these man now twice.
really?
Yeah.
Without
That
saying
was me.
anything.
Without saying
that was-
Unannounced.
That was me.
Yeah,
I'm
because
booking
it's
that
like-
Uber. I'm out. I'll see you
I'm
man
out,
later.
man.
You're gonna say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so you didn't go clubbing like uni.
I did, but I didn't enjoy it. I was
First.
bored. Like I tried to force it, yeah, but I was bored. Like I was bored. It was the
No.
same music, just the same shit.
How do you see the clubbing scene right now? Not clubbing, but
Now,
like in general,
me-
like party scene right
Yeah, I'm
now.
enjoying it all.
What,
I don't
like-
know what I think that what happened was, yeah, I realized that if I wanted to get further in my social media career, I'd have to be more social. Innit?
Yeah.
I gotta talk to people. I'm very like to myself.
Yeah.
I could. You see, when I went Nige in 2023, yeah, I didn't go to one motive. I was in the house with my cousins the whole time. That's how I like to live personally.
You went in December?
Yeah.
Wow.
I love being with my family. That's the only driving factor for me. I want to be at home with my siblings and my cousins. That's it.
Yeah.
But you can't get to where you want to go if you don't. So that's why I started going out. I started meeting people, networking, and I was like, okay, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
You know, when you have a little buzzball in ya,
Yeah, little shit like, you know what I mean?
a little percentage beverage, you're ready to go. You know what I mean? Like,
Don't get me wrong. I like partying. I like parties. I like any sort of motive that is a party. I'm there. Weddings. Just not party holiday.
Oh wait, what country are you from?
Nigeria.
Are you Yoruba?
Oh, of course.
That's why.
There we go.
What are you?
Yeah, of course, yeah, same.
What are you as well?
Yeah, Yoruba.
Oh, Yoruba.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys speak it?
He's learning. I understand it from what my parents.
That is
I can't.
crazy.
Mole, sorry, Yoruba.
Yeah. That is insane.
No, but I'm learning it. Weekly
No, but
lessons.
in a room of only one. Nah, this is bad, guys.
It's very bad.
But how did you learn to speak it?
I taught myself, bro.
Swear.
Because you know what? My mum always spoke Yoruba to me like my whole life.
Yeah,
but when I got to sixth form, I was like, I got to teach myself to speak. I can't speak it. I got to teach myself.
That's the key.
How do you do
difference,
it?
though.
What was your...
I just started teaching. I just started speaking. Like, what? Do you know the main thing I did was I started thinking in Yoruba.
I hear it.
And then it will translate to my words. So if I see a car, I'll be like, in my head, I'll be like, motto. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Or like, that car's across the street. Motto, lono, or something like that. Do you get it? Or ilekun and shishi, that means the door's open.
Yeah.
Random shit like, those lights are red. You know, yeah. Do you get it? Just stuff like that, random. And then slowly, because I think Yoruba is such a complex language.
It's so complex.
You won't know how the syntax of the sentences unless you practice mentally. You're just not gonna get it in it. So.
And I think that's what I'm getting to right now is like I'm able to think a bit in Yoruba.
Yeah.
So yeah, like
once you think in Yoruba,
I think by next year I'll be
you'll be good.
I'll be good.
I can't
I
lie.
feel like the key difference with learning it is that your mum spoke it to you your whole life.
Yeah.
So as a kid, you were taking it in.
I understood. I was
kids
fluent.
learn
Like
new
from when I
languages.
was in primary school, like, my mum didn't. And bearing in mind, my mum's English is way better than mine. My mum speaks Queen's English. Yeah, like you'd think she was born and raised here, but she just always thought it was important for me to speak Yoruba. So I even asked her, like, I've heard my friends say that when I ask my friends, like, why don't you guys speak your language, whether they're Ghanaian, Sierra Leonean, whatever, the same thing I keep hearing is their parents didn't want them to get confused.
Yeah.
I was like, they speak 2 languages, so how could we
How
get
could
like?
we
Do they
get
think we're dumber than them?
Yeah.
They all speak 2. Some of our parents speak 3, 4 languages, bro.
True.
So what is that about?
It's
so
upsetting.
I asked my mum, like, were you not worried? And she was like, bro, you was always gonna learn English. You live in England.
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, so how did I end up learning English? Because in the house you only spoke Yoruba to me. She was like, I don't know, maybe cartoons or something. She literally said, I don't know. Like,
That's school.
probably
Bro,
what I was doing.
as young, when we're babies, like we're listening
You can
to
absorb.
take in.
Bro, I remember I would make mistakes. So I remember one time my childminder, I must have said to my childminder, oh, I'm looking for my shokoto, and she didn't know because I thought shokoto's trousers in there. But so you will get those mix-ups.
Yeah.
But then when you get older, now
Really-
okay, you know, am I not speaking English?
Yeah.
You get it? Like
true.
my mom speaks English and Yoruba. I've got family. My granddad spoke Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, and English.
They speak all of them.
So why do they think that we're incapable of doing both? Like,
But I hear it.
that's crazy to me.
There's a fear factor to it because obviously growing up in the school system, you don't want them to now speak Yoruba. And
Why not? What's gonna happen?
Bro, look at all the Asian kids. They managed.
All the and
Chinese,
their
Japanese,
grades were crazy.
They all speak their
They
language.
were all going crazy.
Which is bad. It's so bad.
So
I don't
like,
know why.
what really is that about? Really?
But then again, it's like, do us as the next gen of Nigerians even want to speak
I
our
think we
language?
do. You know, I think
Because-
there's a change.
No, I want to speak my language. That's why I
Yeah.
do the lesson.
Yeah,
I've been doing it now for like
yeah.
almost a year. So
Yeah, I think even one of my best friends, Toby, he's been doing his lessons, and my cousins as well. You know what? It's so interesting because I think I'm the only one who actually speaks it fluently. I'm the only person I know my age group who actually speaks it fluently. But I can genuinely say I feel like there's an effort.
no, I
100%
think we
there's an
want to. It's like it's admired to speak 2 languages, especially your home language.
Yeah.
But it's just our parents maybe didn't see the value in our language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that it's sad. It's sad because
Yeah.
now they're realizing like, they
But
should
it's
be
too
speaking
late.
it, but it's too late.
Even like when I hear some surnames, it's so deep. Like, you know, Nico, he pronounces his surname Omilana. His name is Omilano. That means that water opened the way. So
Where's
that
he
means
from?
that his dad is Nigerian, but his mom is English. So that means that his
means water,
ancestors, and I know people like have like religious whatever, but that means that his ancestors probably worshipped the water. So his surname is praising the water, like the water opened the way for us. Like they had a problem and they prayed to the water and that problem was solved. Like our surnames have meaning. Meaning, like Balogun means like a warrior, and you can only get that surname if you're from a certain part of Ogun State. That's how you know, like even the tribal marks, like it means something. This is where you're from. If your surname starts with Ogun something, that means that your ancestors worship the god of war, the god of iron. Like, but we don't know these things, and I think part of it is that we just don't give a damn. Like people don't know that if your surname has Ade, that means you come from a royal family. They don't know that. Like, how do you not know? So I can go on and on in it.
Yeah,
like
the meanings
because
of it's not out there. People don't know
Taiwo
this.
and Kende. When I found out the meaning of Taiwo and Kende, you know, in our culture, the twins, yeah, the age is reversed. So the twin that was born after is actually the older one, because basically the concept is that there's twins in the womb, yeah, and one sends one out, like, go see what it's saying out there. If it's calm, I'll come back in. But in our culture, younger people don't send older people on errand. You can't tell your mum, like, mum, go shops for me. That's a taboo. So that's why we say that the one that came after. So the name Taiwo is a shortened version of Tuayewo, sorry. So like taste life. And then Kende means came behind. Right. So Kende is actually older than Taiwo, because go see what it's saying. If it's calm, man will roll through it. See what the mate is saying in it. Like if there's things there, man will roll through in it. We don't know these things. Man. And then the one after the twins is Idowu. After that is Alaba. We don't know none of that stuff. Idowu is just, that's just a name. Twins,
oh wow.
Yeah. Or like if you got the name Ojo, that means you were born with an umbilical cord around your neck. So we have Amusa and Wa names. You have names like I could go on, but all these things is just because my mom didn't tell me none of this stuff. I just went and researched, and I found out, and it's stuff that I'm gonna tell my children.
Have to,
but if we don't, our culture's gonna die.
Our culture is dying out.
And that is also why I learned my language, because I know that if I understand and I don't speak, I can't pass it on to my kids. That's it. You now start naming your kids Charlie and Davina. No, this Aliare. Sorry. I don't know. Maybe there's somebody called Aliare. I don't know. I'm Molly Louise. Like, what the hell is that? Bro, give a kid a Yoruba name, bro.
But then, what's the people that host the traditional weddings? Because that's why
Alaga. Yeah.
Who's learning that right now?
Not me, boy. That's long.
But yours though, it's long, but they get paid.
They do.
They get paid, and there's traditional weddings everywhere.
They get bread, bro. Every Saturday they're working,
every week they're working.
Nah, bro, you're not lying.
Just like, why is nobody learning this skill?
What do they do? They just host the wedding.
Yeah. Traditional wedding, they'll host that part of the wedding.
There's a structure to it. Yeah. They got to know the songs. They got to know the prayers. They got to know the this, the that. They got to know, especially when there's two different cultures, for example. They got to have like the cultural intelligence. This is kind of long.
No, it's a lot, but it's like, crazy. If none of us are learning it, how would the next gen even know it? They wouldn't even know it. And a lot of us haven't even gone back. I've only gone back to Nigeria once.
Same, once.
And it's like, as much as I like you, it's like I still feel a connect there.
Yeah.
And it's like I've only been there once. I wasn't born there, I was born here.
Yeah.
But it's like the connect I feel is so mad that I actually was like, nah, man wants to learn the language.
Yeah.
Bro. Then once I've learned the language, let me go back there. Yeah. Let me live there 6 months. Yeah. Like I have that so much connect for somewhere I've not been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's deep, but it's like I don't know. For me, I feel like Nigeria one day will change to that.
I don't know about that, but
but do you know what I mean? Everyone's all of us.
That's how everyone feels.
And I'll be so real. Yeah, it's so unfortunate. And I think NSARS radicalized me in a way that I did not think I could be. When I tell you I was in my uni room, crying, like it broke something inside me that just made me feel like I don't know if the country's gonna get better. My hope is that it does. It's simple stuff like a kid's playing football and they break their leg and now they can't afford to go. Like, it's the simple stuff that happens to us on the playground. I got a toothache. Imagine having and toothaches are insane. Imagine having a toothache and you can't go to the dentist, bruv. Like, imagine that.
It's crazy.
Even like women get cramps. Some women have severe cramps, endometriosis. Imagine going through cramp, you can't get medication. And it's not like the money ain't there, but people
it's just politics.
So I feel like I've just become disillusioned. I'm just like, bro, if they can kill their own citizens for protesting for police brutality, what hope is there? Yeah. And there was no consequence to that. It's not like anyone went to jail because of that. They can do anything. If you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. They're gonna take that mile. Unless the people.
The people in power that are supposed to be making changes.
Unless the people revolt.
Yeah.
I'm not inciting the protest. I'm just saying. If you lot on it, I'm on it.
Have you been back though?
So many times.
Swear, how often?
Like every year. Once a
wow.
year. I go like Christmas is the best time, but to be honest, I had a bit of a gap where I didn't go for a couple of years, but before that I was like every year. Like I love Nige.
So for people
But
that
I also think, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, that's right.
I also think that connection was there because even I was born here, but I was born in Greenwich, and then I grew up like between Greenwich. And if you know, yeah. Are you from Mines?
You're from
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
What part are you from?
Let me, bro.
Same. I'm from London, bro. I say it all the time.
Where?
I lived in Thamesmead, Erith, Abbeywood. Erith was my last home, but
Did you get start time by the way?
Oh shit.
Sure.
Oh shit.
Sorry, but yeah, go on.
I'm sorry.
Roughly though, I think.
Yeah,
roughly.
like what, 4, 5?
It was about 4:30.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
4:30, innit? Yeah.
I've lived in Thamesmead, Woolwich, Erith,
You are really
Belvedere,
Yeah, you're really
Sidcup, even.
Man said you went to the white side.
I went to the white side, bro. So we're all from the same area. Cool.
Yeah.
So you guys already know it's Nigerian as hell.
Yeah.
Like we basically grew up in
Wait,
Lagos.
so what secondary school you were?
So I went to Townley, then Chisholm Sid, and then for
Swear.
sixth form I went Dartford Grammar. Yeah.
Dartford Grammar, which one?
Boys,
How many years are you, brother?
That's local.
I'm above you. I'm above you, innit?
That's
No,
crazy.
yeah, I went
I
to-
went Dartford Boys.
I went to boys school for sixth form, so I did IB.
Yeah,
for
same.
TN
I was
and
gonna.
not
I was
after
going.
that.
No, man said same. I was
Wait,
going
you-
to do it.
I was gonna say.
I was
Yeah.
going to.
But yeah, so we're all from the same area, so you guys already know like we're with Nigerian kids all the time.
Yeah.
When you go to his mum's house, you're gonna kneel, you're gonna double
Yeah, of
greet
course,
her.
yeah.
So we're used to that. But you see, the first time I went Niger, like when I was in year 7, when the plane was landing, I had this like overwhelming feeling. I can't even explain it, but it was like I'm home. Like it's like the soil is calling you. I can't even explain it. It's like a spiritual experience when you haven't been there for so long.
Yeah.
When you go, I tell everyone, if you're Nigerian, 30 December's fun. Yeah, go for the vibes. That's there. But talk to your grandparents, talk to your aunties, like learn about your family, learn about your history. Ask your parents questions, like whilst they're here, innit?
Yeah.
Ask them about how they got to the UK. Ask them about their degrees. Ask them about uni. Ask them about their parents and their grandparents. Like, take the time to. And I record one thing about me. That voice memos app is gonna be on. What if I'm asking my mum, like, tell me about my grandma, my great grandma? Like, my mum will tell me all the time that my great grandma was a trader in Ife, which is a city in Ocean State.
Yeah.
I record it so that I can play it to my kids as well. Because my mum might not be here when I have my kids. My dad might not. God willing, they will. But I want them to hear their grandmother's voice. I want them to hear the stories. That I want them to know who they are.
Yeah.
Like we're quite lost in a sense.
Yeah.
We're quite lost, and I will hope that my kids are.
I'm fortunate enough to be able to speak to my mom's parents because they come and stay with us from time to time. Do you know what I mean?
Nice.
So I've had that connection with them. I'm able to speak to them about anything and everything. Do you know what I mean? So there's a connection there, which a lot of people aren't able to have, unfortunately. But from that alone, I've learned that granddad's a hustler.
Yeah,
Grandma-
bro. Our parents were hustlers.
Granddad was in the army. Grandma was a hustler. You know what I mean? And it's like, if I never spoke with them, it's like
You wouldn't
You
know.
wouldn't
I
know.
wouldn't know.
I'm telling
Mummy's not
you,
talking
bro.
to me about this.
And again, this is language barrier. Some of our grandparents are not the best at English, or they might understand English, but not our accents. I spoke to my grandma in Yoruba, so that also helped with me learning. But what that meant was that when she passed, I didn't have that like regretful feeling of like I should have, because I spoke to her all the time. So anyone listening, talk to your grandparents, talk to your parents as well, your aunties, your uncles, get an understanding of like your family and who you are. That's what I would say.
How would you get about in Nigeria though? Because for example, me, I don't know anybody there apart from my grandparents, and they're not taking me around. So it's like
You have to know someone, innit?
how do you operate
I would say
in Nigeria?
luckily I've got cousins who like lived there and then moved here, and a lot of my friends went to Niger as well. Like we kind of all just got Airbnbs. I was in my family home though. Like my dad lives in Niger, so it's easier for me.
It's easier.
But a lot of people just got Airbnbs. There's always it's like going to Portugal. You don't know anyone in Portugal, but you know, get Uber. Get obviously Nige. Be safe. Carry your pepper spray for your girl. Carry your taser. If you need a plug, just holler at me. Joking, they're illegal. But literally, there's gonna be motives. OB's house is every Friday. It's in the same place. There's Zaza, the club that everyone goes to. I can't like. There's one shit club. I'll tell you about like off air.
Off air.
Silver Fox. Obviously, you might say you're confident with women in it. Let's put it to the test.
Say what?
Silver Fox is not like American strip clubs, bro. Shout out to Silver Fox.
Sounds raunched, bro.
Bro, let me put it like this year. There's beds in the club.
Okay.
Anyone who
Sounds
has
like
been to
BMF,
Silver
fam.
Fox can vouch. If I'm lying, this is going on YouTube, innit? They will say in the comments if I'm lying. There's beds in the club. Let's move on.
Okay. No, do you know what I was thinking about when you lot were saying
Bro,
talk
he's
to your...
he's still deep.
He's gonna note it down. Man, when we go night, let's go to that.
He's gonna hit me up later.
I won't do
Hit me up
that.
later. What's the name of that club again?
But there's a lot. I was even gonna say on the top of that. Who wanted?
That was me, but gone.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of us. Yeah, like the connection to Nigeria is not as strong for a lot of us, though.
Yeah.
But I can't speak for myself. Obviously, strong, but a lot of us it isn't strong. So even the urge to go back to Nigeria is not there. So it's like, even when, for example, I'll bring up the conversation. Oh yeah, man, let's go to Nigeria this December. Like, you know, apparently it's lit then. Ah, bro, why would I go there? Let's go to Dubai, bro. Let's go
They're
DR.
missing out. Let me say, listen, Nigeria is different, innit? Nigeria is different.
Yeah, but a lot of us see it as you're going there, but you're gonna struggle. Like they struggle, bro. Like they don't even have light and all
It's
that.
even good. Don't come because it's already packed. The traffic is even too much. It's even good. You guys don't come, please. I need to go and have fun. I want the road to be free because the traffic is not a joke. Innit? So it's even good. Let's be staggering it. Maybe we'll go next year, innit? But if you are coming, you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna have a good time.
Yeah,
be open-minded, innit? Learn pidgin if you
I
can.
A lot of us need to be open minded when it comes back to Nigeria.
Yeah,
It's home.
definitely.
It's home.
But I also feel like our parents, and I made a video about this as well. Our parents kind of subconsciously trained us to view Nigeria a certain way. Like, oh, if you're naughty, I'll send you to Nigeria. What does that tell the
Some
child
sort of
about the
punishment.
country that they're
Nigeria's
from?
not good,
Do you get it?
Negative
When I was in
reinforcement.
Nigeria, what's something like, bro? It wasn't that bad, bro. Like,
Yeah.
come on, you'll be alright. Like,
That's true.
but I think it's a subconscious thing. But Nigeria's fun, man. I enjoy it when I'm there anyway.
Yo,
so.
clip person, I bet clip this as well, Stone. I want the Nigerians like parents to see that.
Yeah.
Outside of the...
Not for them to feel bad or anything, but like
No, but it's true.
it's the truth.
It's perspective, innit?
You
It's
make
the
us
truth.
think that our country is
It's bad.
negative,
Yeah.
bad.
You get shipped.
You'll go back.
Yeah.
Go
we'll
back.
send
I
you
will
back
send
to
you.
Nigeria.
It's like they probably never saw it like that. They just saw it as like, you know, Nigeria is stricter than London. So it's like, go there.
But what
Then
you're
you see what
teaching me is that I'm going to one unbridled,
Yeah.
unprincipled, savage country.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, that's our home.
Yeah. And they'll be telling you how the teachers can beat you.
Yeah.
There's no
Meanwhile,
rules.
when I went to school in Nigeria for a bit,
Okay.
I swear.
but I will say that I was in a very privileged. I went to quite a privileged school. In
Okay.
Yeah.
If anything, I was the brokest one in the school.
Oh, wow.
Everybody they had everybody. So I never got beat.
Yeah.
If anything, I think they overspoiled us because they were so scared of who some of those children's parents were and what they could do to the teachers if they go home and say they got beat. So I had I remember non-school uniform day. Kids were brawling up in designer. I'd never seen that before. Coming from town, you guys. I went to
Wait,
town.
you went to Townley and you went to Nigeria?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I swear.
So being in Townley, non-school uniform, we were pulling up in Primark. Like, there was nothing deep.
Yeah.
You see, in Nige, guys were coming drip down. And it's normal. That's like Primark to them. It's normal to them because they've actually got bread. But for us, it's like, well, but that was the first time I saw like that level of wealth. Like I went to Banana Island and I was like,
Wow.
as a teenager, I've never seen nothing like that in Abbey Wood. What? I've never seen no shit like that.
Abbey Wood is fucking
Nah,
now,
no,
though.
I say Abbey Wood is AI now. But back then, it was
then?
crazy.
Yo.
It was crazy. You see, I was at Nigeria for no year. I'll say this.
Wow.
It was greasy, but now it's like so.
Yeah.
You see, when they changed that travelers camp, that's when I knew Abbey Wood has changed. If they get rid of that travelers camp, but back then it wasn't. It was a bit more around the edges.
Yeah.
It's calm now.
But you lot were talking about family and how it's important to speak to your parents or grandparents to understand more about where we came from, yeah? Are you lot, this is a question to all of you lot, you must have come to the age where you speak to your parents and they're telling you stories about their parents, their cousins, their siblings, and it's like, raw, uncle did that.
Yeah.
Or auntie did that. Or this happened in Nigeria, I swear. So that's why you do this. And that's why you're not cool with her. Do you know what I mean? Has that started to happen for you lot?
Definitely.
Swear.
Yeah, but it's like, I think or my family, or my mum, yeah. Everyone's fortunate to there's no beef.
Okay.
I saw, you see, there was one, I don't know, I didn't watch it, but like, apparently it was on TikTok.
I saw
story
that,
of, like,
yeah.
The cousin
Ifeanyi,
killed,
yeah.
It's like a lot of people have gone through.
Long story,
lot,
I will just
yeah.
condense the story quickly. Basically, this man had a family in America and he wanted to retire to Nigeria. A lot of Igbo people, what you find is that they'll go back to their village. They don't go back to like Lagos or anything. So he said he wants to go back to the village. And his daughter's like, they used to talk every day. And then slowly the phone call started reducing. She didn't know what happened. Long story short, she said, F this, I'm going Nige. She went Nige and found her dad locked away in a room. He'd like had a stroke. And now his siblings were taking his retirement check from America, which is like, how many thousands? A couple $1,000s a month.
Yeah.
They were the ones taking that check. In the house that he built to retire in, that he was on the bare floor. But she went back to America, recovered everything, cool. But yeah, that's basically what happened. But as you were saying. So you don't have those kind of like stuff in your family, I think is what you're saying.
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't know, but I don't think that's occurring. Do you know what I mean? But it's like a lot of people do have that situation where like families are beefing over money. But like, a lot of my people are actually here.
Yeah.
So I don't even have aunties and uncles in Nigeria. I think only my dad's brother's there. Yeah. And maybe sister. Something like that. I can't really remember too much. But they're the only ones there. Then my grandparents. That's it. Yeah. So it's like you don't hear about the family beef too much. I don't really hear too much about that. Do you know what I mean? Maybe back in the day, but like in general now, not really. So
what about you lot?
I'm fortunate with that.
You know what? My dad's side is huge.
Yeah.
Tends to be.
It's huge. So there's always gonna be like one or two people that don't like each other. Like it's not deep. It's just like banter between like the cousins. Like, oh, do you see what Auntie did? Like, my dad's side, we have a Christmas party every year on Boxing Day in Nigeria. Yeah, so it's like the whole house is just full of people. Like I've got like 1 million cousins. Like my wedding is gonna be long. So all of us will just go to my cousin Demi's room. Like, oh, did you see what Auntie was doing? But it's never really anything. Like,
would you do your wedding in Nigeria?
Nah.
I thought you were gonna say you know.
I used to in it, but let's be realistic. I gotta think about transporting everybody there.
Logistics,
I gotta think about the logistics. I gotta think about how much money I'm gonna spend. I gotta think, and my parents, like their friends and family are really nice, so they can call people from the village. You get? They're calling people from Ikiti. I can't. It's long. It's long. Now, if my dad and my mum really want it, I'll give that to them. But I'm not really fast. Yeah,
you do here or something.
If any, yes, I'd rather just do everything here and get it out of the way. I'm not gonna
one wedding.
Nah, two.
Swear, it's becoming a thing now.
See,
no, it's always been a thing.
It's always been a thing.
It's always been a thing.
Really?
You don't do white and the child on the same day,
you gotta do both. Yeah, you gotta do both.
I thought your parents will force you to do both as well. Anyway,
you gotta do both.
I was literally at Chad wedding right now.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm probably going back to that after now.
That's right.
Yeah.
I feel like
you gotta do both.
I feel like 2 in 1 day is a lot though.
I'm not doing it one day.
I'm not doing it one day.
Yeah, so.
I feel like
space
that's too much.
My social battery ain't there. I can't.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stress that's behind the scenes with weddings, bro. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Imagine that in Nigeria. Nigeria is just stressful as a country. Now dealing with the wedding planning. I'd rather not.
That's where you start to see like tiffs and arguments between in-laws and like groom's husband, so groom's parent, and then the bride's. Why is he moving like that? Who wants going to pay for this, that, and the other? And it's like it's crazy.
But I think, do you know what it is though? I think I can only speak for myself here. I've never been the type where like my family's disagreements or anything like that can affect what I'm doing. Yeah. So it's like on my wedding day. Once I've said something, or me and my wife have said something. This
guy's a professor in his house.
No.
He's the boss of his house.
I think it came as being the firstborn. Maybe that's what it is. But like,
you give firstborn energy.
No, I think that's actually what it is. It's like the head of my house. I live with my mum. Yeah. I'm still cool, mad and everything like that, but I live with my mum. Yeah. My mum's obviously the head of the house, but as her firstborn and I'm her son, there's still a bit of like, so I mean, so it's like, once I've said something, it's like, yo, this is what I'm doing. That's what it is. Do you know what I mean? So it's like at my wedding, there's no one that can come, especially if it's not my mum. Do you know what I mean? Or her mum. Do you know what I mean? Those are the only people that can come and talk to us. Do you know what I mean? And if they want something done a certain way, then they can get that. But if my wife don't want it, then it's not happening.
Do you know what? Yeah, in theory that makes sense, but when you think about how aunties and uncles actually
bro,
are,
you know me, bro. You know me, bro.
I'm not saying that you wouldn't hear it.
No. Not to interrupt you, but. You know me, bro. The minute that auntie said something and I've said nah, and she still said, yo, security, her. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
if it gets out of hand,
I don't faff. Like, it's like,
once it gets too far,
that's it. Yeah. Especially if my wife wants that, you're making up, sir.
Nah, you need to speak Yoruba, bro. Because everything you're saying, I'm hearing it in Yoruba. Like, it bangs more.
Moma, Soro,
Because Yoruba, somos his son here. That is it. That is it.
I will speak.
Somos his son here. Because he won't offend with my shit. That's just it.
Can't, when I can speak like that, you guys will hear me. These guys will hear me.
Everything you're saying, I'm hearing it, bro.
No, honestly, I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna speak it. That's the thing. I'm probably gonna even increase. I'm gonna increase the classes twice a week.
It seems like such a hard language to learn, though.
No, it's very hard.
It's so hard.
It's very hard.
Like two words can be spelt the same and they mean two different things.
Yeah.
Because of pronunciation.
I can't imagine writing it either or something like that, bro.
That is. I tried.
I'm always bad at reading it. I can read it. Yeah. I don't know. It's always been me with languages though. I can read it. If it's written down, I could understand it.
I don't know all the accents though. That's the problem.
Yeah, I feel like reading it.
I only know the dots on the bottom of the S and the O.
Yeah,
I don't know the and the O, but I don't know the.
Yeah, I know them to an extent. I don't know why.
I don't know what that means.
I've learned different languages, so it's like I can read it and it's like, okay, mate, I might grab what it is.
Yeah.
Hearing it, I'm struggling.
Same with French. Yeah, that's me with French.
I'm struggling to hear it. You know what I mean? But
what do you think about Nigerian kids who have been given long names, but in school they've shortened it and westernized it?
Do you know what?
So
shout to Tim Does It. He did like I'm Cat Slater.
Yeah.
So his name is Tim Does It. I've seen the writing credits and I've seen Timileyo. So I did this I think his name is Timothy.
Yeah.
I was like, that's interesting, but shout to him. Good song. I think it's cool. I think it's cool.
You think it's cool?
Depends
there's
how
an extent to where it's cool, and like, there's a limit where it's like,
that's fair.
Chill, bro.
That's fair.
No, I think you have in like English schools, especially.
No, but like, you have to do it within reason, though.
You
Like,
know,
if your name is like, for example, if your name is like, I don't know, flipping Oluwa, something like that, and you say your name is Sola or Sola
Bemi.
or Bemi, that makes sense. But like, I remember one kid went to my cousin's school. Yeah, he introduced himself to me as Lou, and I said, "Your name ain't Lou, bro. You're black." And he told me his full name, bro. Said Oluwatemitola. I said Oluwatemitola to Lou. Come on, mate.
That's a stretch.
Come on, mate.
I don't rock with that.
I wouldn't even let my child go by that.
That's
I wouldn't rock with that.
You know, it's crazy.
I'm
There
not
was,
having it.
when I was younger, I was so obviously you know you're young, so it's just like you see things and you want to copy or whatever.
Yeah, it's true.
Bro, they know my name. My name's so. I started writing my
You're
name.
the same as.
Yeah, so I started writing my name as.
Yeah.
I used to do Kumon, so I wrote my name as. Yeah.
Your mom said.
My dad saw it. My dad saw it.
Oh.
My dad saw it. So what's this? I said, my name. He's like, why did you write it like that?
Crash
If I
out.
ever see rat
Crash out.
Yeah.
No, not even a crash out thing. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's not your name. I'm definitely bleeping that. I can't lie, bro.
Yeah,
Bro, nah, everything, bro. Man actually my full name. But no, yeah, it's like, why was I writing it like that? So it's like, for me though, I'll be honest with you, I'm not gonna give them their first name as a full Yoruba name.
Okay.
It would
Why?
because of this.
I'll be honest.
But
I'd prefer it to be their middle
at
name.
the same time, though, I've heard my friends say this, and I feel like, but the era our children will grow up in, it will be so different that these things won't matter.
Yeah.
We've got kids called Jacob, Christian Dior, Buzzball. Like, we've got dumb names for kids, and you think a Yoruba name is where we draw the line.
No.
People be naming their kids after Sainsbury's and this and that.
True.
What's the name of Elon Musk's child? Is it?
Yeah,
You can't even.
X.
Is it X?
Something
Look at Cardi B children. Culture, Wave, Blossom. Like, you think Yoruba names are where we're gonna draw the line?
Not
Really?
even, for me, I have nothing against the Yoruba names. Do you know what I mean? It's just ease.
But they will learn, bro. They can pronounce Czechoslovakia. They can.
No, they can, but it's almost as if they choose not to pronounce
They
it
will
correctly.
learn. Life is changing, bro.
Oh, so you think
Things
like
are
when our kids
changing.
are going to school, they're gonna say it
Things are
properly?
changing. Like, things are changing.
be honest,
I
though.
know, yeah, like, my Nigerian name is what my primary school teachers called me.
Yeah.
That is my name.
Yeah.
Like,
How do they pronounce it?
even if they pronounce it incorrectly, you correct them and they get it right.
They do.
To be fair, my Nigerian name's only 3 syllables, so it's not hard. Like,
Yeah.
the way it's written is not the way it's said,
Yeah.
but it's not that hard.
Yeah.
You just correct them. Or now, even when you're applying for jobs, they might ask you like write how you pronounce the name as well.
Okay. Yeah.
It's normal, bro. Like, it's not. I hate the fact that we make it seem like
cater for them.
our culture is so alien and it's so unattainable and so difficult to understand. We can't speak the language. We can't say the names. Oh my god, Yoruba so hard. It's not that deep, bro. Like, they pronounce all these Polish names, all these all these Indian kids, yeah, their names be long, bro. Their names be long, bro. And their surnames. And guess what? The teacher will pronounce that thing right or wrong. You're gonna say it, bro. Even that's why it makes me happy when I see like all these students graduating and they make the people say their name. Yeah, you will say it, bro.
I was so upset.
I'm not watering down my culture so that you can like what?
Yeah.
That's like, why am I compromising? You compromise your insult for me. I'm not doing it.
I was so upset for my graduation because it wasn't my full name that was on there. It wasn't my full name. Because
they put
I signed up as
what
my
you wrote on Kumon. I don't want to say about.
Yeah, but like, obviously, yeah. So I wrote that and my surname. Do you know what I mean? But I asked them, "Yo, can I change it to my full name?" I actually asked. I wanted my full name there. They couldn't do it. Obviously, I can't remember if they did. I don't think they did it, but yeah, I wanted it badly on there. But yeah, that's one of my regrets, and it's like raw, like bro, like.
But wouldn't you want your children to feel that same pride in their name? Like, why would you deprive them?
I feel that pride though. That's the crazy thing. Yeah,
you're saying that you don't want to give your kids a first Yoruba. So why wouldn't you want that pride that you feel in your name? Why wouldn't you want that for your kids as well?
I don't know.
Do you get like why is it really ease or is it a compromise?
It's true.
Do you know what I mean?
It's me.
True.
That's what I'm saying. I'm catering to them.
Why?
I don't know.
Because you were raised here.
Sorry.
Exactly. You've been there 25 years. Like, you're catering
But and
to-
the thing is, your kids are probably well. If you don't move in it, your kids will be racist. So give them something from their culture that's deeper than us. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah,
Because the
that's true.
surname they might not understand or where it comes. We don't know. We don't know our histories and whatnot. But the first name, they will know where that comes from,
Yeah.
and it will mean something to them.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like give them an English middle name if you have to. I don't think my kids will have any English name, but hey,
Really? None.
I don't think so.
How do we?
To be fair, if it's biblical, it can still be
how do
like
we-
English. That's crazy.
How do we? No. How do we name? I think how I was named.
Oh, I like this question. I can get into this.
Now, how was how we
7
named?
days after.
Okay, yeah.
And basically,
I know
you
that
have
one.
different. So you have the name that your family will call you, and then we have something called Amutanwa, which means brought from heaven. That's what it literally means. But that name is the name of circumstance. So, like I said earlier, Taiwan
you were born or
Kende.
something.
Yeah, that you have to have that name. Taiwan Kende, Ojo,
Idowu.
Aino, Idowu Alaba. Then you have your Oriki as well, which is like Aremu. Arike. There's names that start with A, like them village names.
Okay.
That's like an affectionate name. So I think mine is Arike. My parents say mine all the time, to be honest.
Fair.
So like when they like, it's like an affectionate name. Like they love you. Like what they call you when they want to pet you and like Akonde, those kind of names, or Akoni. I can go on and on it.
Yeah.
But so you have your Oriki, you have your Omutanwa, which is based on the circumstance. There's a name for like if the dad is away during birth. You know, I'm gonna search it out. But there's so many in it, and then you have also the name that your parents just give you, like inspiration from God and stuff like that. So that's how we're generally
named. I didn't even know up until maybe a few years ago that our grandparents gave us one of our names as well. Or at least me. Like I got one of my names from my grandparents.
Yeah,
I've even got like a Muslim name because my mum's mum is Muslim.
right.
Like you learn.
And that's another thing is that I don't know if you guys want to go into religion in it, so I won't.
No, go ahead.
But Yoruba people are natural. I am listening, but I'm just looking for the so like Abiodun is like you're born during a festive period. Babatunde, that means that a male in the family died and was reincarnated. In you, because Yorubas also believe in reincarnation. So Yetunde, Babatunde, the dad has come again, the mother has come again. That means that a woman died before you were born.
Yeah.
So those, but you asked a question just now.
Me?
Someone said something just
How
now.
about
Muslim?
Muslim names?
Yeah, the religion. Yeah.
Yorubas are actually generally quite religiously fluid. So actually, in the 1960s, I believe, we created this religion in Ogun State called Chrislam, and that was because we're so fluid that we didn't want to fight each other. We're just like, let's merge the two. Instead of deciding that yours is better than mine is better than yours, and really and truly, neither of these religions are really ours because we had our own before they came. But we're just quite like, you will see a lot of Sierra Leoneans say it as well, but you will see like we celebrate Salah, we also celebrate Christmas. Like, it's a normal thing for us in Yoruba land. But then you come here and like modernized Yoruba people, there's a lot of like religious conflict, because everyone just wants to. I saw on TikTok yesterday a very famous TikToker.
You've seen the discourse.
Like I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know if you guys swear on here. Sorry, but I hate stuff like that, bro.
Yeah.
Like let people do
What they want to
what
do.
serves them, bro. You don't need to speak down, even if it's common shoe. I don't need to tell you my shoe's better than yours. Talk less of your faith that is an identifying feature and characteristic in your life, why would I attack that? Because I think mine is right. Who the hell are you? I say it all the time, like, who the hell are you to think that you're right? Humility. This is what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
You need to humble yourself. Humility and love, I think, is what all of us should be striving towards, and kindness.
Yeah.
Why am I going to be telling you that yours is not right? Because I don't even want to go there.
Yeah.
Because I read something different to what you read, or I was raised in a different home to you. I think mine is right. Like, I hate stuff like that. Like,
Well, the thing is with socials, yeah, would it be what it is without the negative comments?
it wouldn't, but it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be, but if it was all positive comments, I don't know how we'd look at it.
No, but it doesn't have to be positive. It can be discourse. So, like, for example, I spoke about the Labour government's decision to add VAT to private school fees,
Yeah.
and I had a discourse about that because I had my own perspective.
I didn't even know they did that.
Yeah, they did. They were they added VAT because
Onto the
before
fees.
they couldn't have taxes on it,
Yeah.
but then they added it because they were like, you lot are already rich, like let's just throw a bit more on it. But there's obviously some poor families and scholarships and blah 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 that goes with that. So we had a discourse about that, but that was interesting for me. It wasn't beef, but it was a topic that we could engage in.
Yeah.
That wasn't negative.
Yeah.
If anything, that was productive because I actually learned something. Like, oh, right, you lot are saying something that I hadn't thought of before. But you lot come on here, like we're acting like them aunties and uncles that just so like divisive and judgmental and ignorant. Like you guys have friends like from different religions and you get along fine. Let them do their thing. I can even go mosque with you, go church. Like I don't have a problem with that. But why like cause divides where it doesn't need to be? Like
Yeah, no, that's true.
especially when you got a platform, you need to be careful the kind of messages that you put out there. When you're an influencer, you actually influence people's actions whether you like it or not. So you got to be careful. Like I don't believe in causing unnecessary divide because what I believe is different to what you believe. I don't think that's cool at all.
But do you believe? For me, I hear what you're saying, but do you believe in like? Because I believe we can. I don't mind saying his name, by the way. So obviously it was Stepz that did this. Now, do you believe that he's, in a way, he's still just proclaiming what he reads?
But I feel like
that's all he's really doing.
I feel like there's ways you can do it with tact.
Okay.
I feel like you can come and say, guys, this is what I believe. And this is how I feel. This is how following this makes me feel, makes me act. And I would love for you guys to feel what I feel right now. I don't need to shit on no one else. Do you know what I mean? Because these people would hate it if the tables were turned. And they start telling them, nah, my Quran is better. Like, bro, what is that?
Yeah.
When did what is that about? Yeah. I'll be on Instagram live here and I'll be seeing Christians beefing with Muslims and atheists beefing with Christians.
Prove to me that my religion is wrong and all that stuff.
Everyone has their own like moral compass, and my hope and my prayer for our generation is that we just allow that to guide us to kindness and to love each other.
That's what it should be right now.
Get to a point of unity, which is one thing that I think is great about Nigeria is that even with like my family, if one of my family members is doing like Eid, I'll go there. I don't have a problem eating that around. Like, what the hell? And if I'm doing Christmas, please come to my house and enjoy as well. Like, let's respect each other. You can proclaim what you like and what you love and what you feel passionate about. Everyone don't have to. You don't have to say, I like white girls, I hate black girls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what's that about? You like white girls, hey, you love your white snow bunny. I love your snow bunny, man.
But the only thing with that example is that, like, if you openly say you like white girls, even without shitting on black girls, they're still gonna somewhat resent you
go down that
for
road.
saying you like white girls. I'm just saying, like, that's
no,
just what it
I
is.
hear it, but I feel like in this context that wouldn't have happened if he had just come out and said, which he has been doing, is proclaiming his faith.
I'll be honest with you, and it's very hard for me because I'm a Christian. It's very hard for me to come here and try and like get onto him for what he's done because it does say in the Bible that he should like obviously proclaim and try and whatever it's I can't quote.
Yeah, no.
do you know what I mean?
Even where it says that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life.
No other God.
That's basically what it's saying, innit? And I think again, do you know what? Maybe I'm not even the right person to have this conversation in it, and maybe I don't even have the depth of knowledge for it because I'm not even a religious person. But what I do believe is that there's so much going on in the world right now. There's so much divide. There's so much hatred. Like, we're talking about kids playing football and breaking their leg. Like, go donate to charity. Go do some youth work in your communities. Like, we come from the same area. There wasn't much for us to do as kids. And there's kids growing up in that area now. We need to focus on how we can help those kids, how we can get the government to sort out this cost of living crisis for the homeless people who are in the streets and don't have anywhere to live and are going to freeze to death this Christmas. That's what we need to be focused on. Like, how are we going to push this forward? We can deal with the divide later. I don't feel like in a real world setting, the divide should be our priority. That's me.
That's me. That's what I say. I completely.
I feel like there's a time and place and a context for everything. And
definitely.
I don't feel like what he said had the best level of tact.
I feel like if speaking from myself, I as I said before on the podcast many times, I'm not where I want to be in terms of my religion, but I still have a good understanding of it. And for me, I feel like he should have said it in a way where it's seen more positive than causing rift. Do you know what I mean? And even some creators still said like, no, like, man said it, like, he didn't really say it. He weren't trying to call this over, and that's why I start to question myself, like, rah, like, do I know much about my faith for me to even have this opinion on it? Do you know what I mean? So it's like, religion is very subjective.
That's the thing. And you gotta respect that subjectivity.
Yeah, that's just what it is.
You're not gonna convince a Muslim now that Jesus, they believe in Jesus, but not in the way that Christians do. And you're not gonna convince a Buddhist that Christ is the way. You know what? And that's all. The best thing you can do is lead by example and apply those biblical principles to your life. And hope that people follow. Like, when I go to Stratford and I see these people preach, I'm like, there's homeless people in front of the station. Why are you shouting on the mic at me?
I've always said, I've always
you
agreed with that.
Like, bro, you lot are shouting on the mic. You're gonna go to hell if you don't. Go and help that guy. That's that. Like, we don't focus enough on the actual biblical principles. You're too busy putting other people down because they don't agree with you. If Christians are actually moving the way they're supposed to be moving, poverty should be at an all-time low. Charity should be at an all-time high. If we're really, there should be no internet bullying, all this hate online. It shouldn't be like that. But you lot are focused on arguing on TikTok Live. When there's people,
it's not just Christians.
No. That's why I brought. That's why I said Buddhist. That's why I said Muslim.
Religion in general.
Any religion, and even
before the comments or anyone
even if you're an atheist, even if you're agnostic, traditional worshiper.
If we all move the way our book told us to move.
If we all move the way our religion tells us to move, this world won't look the way it is. So 100%. Instead of adding to divide, do what your religion says you should do. Be kind, be considerate, be a generous person, and be a light wherever you go. I think we'd all agree like those are some of the core principles that exist in these religions. So I just don't feel like it was the right time, and I don't feel like it was said in the right way.
I feel like he could have worded it.
And I think he's a great guy. Please don't get me wrong. Like, from what I know of him anyway, I've never met the guy, but he seems like a great guy. But I don't think it was the right thing to say. And I also don't want it to be like I'm piling on the current bashing or whatever.
For me, I don't even see it as bash. I just see it as there's a discourse. There's rift. There's you get me. There's just back and forth with it. So for me, I understand that he wants to preach the word of God and he wants to spread the word of God. Which he should do. I'm happy he does it because I see him doing it on live. I see him doing it on his mains. I see him with the change he's done. I see it and I love it. I like what he's doing 100%. I stand by it. I just feel like with that specific video, how I saw it is like, I watched and I was like, oof. And I don't know if me seeing that as oof is whether my faith is not strong enough.
No, because like, you know why I don't think so. Because I don't want to talk about if a content creator came on and said, guys,
why are you laughing?
if they came on and they said, guys, I really want to show the world the love of Christ, and I'm gonna do a drive for like the kids are going back to school in September, and I know a lot of parents don't have money. All of us contribute. And we're going to do like a crowdfunding and get uniform for these kids. Or we're going to find something for them to do over summer. Like, even had some like Bible activities and stuff. Guys, let's come together. This is the link. Donate money. Let's show everyone the love of Christ.
I'd love
How do you think that would be received?
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
compared to what he actually says. Show the love of Christ or the love of whatever religion it is that you follow, and let that be the leading light. Don't hate on others, like, because you never know the evangelism that you want to do. It might be touch like one of them. Be like, raw. Christians say that bad, you know. Like, let me even see what they're saying. Like,
why are they so positive and so? Do you know what I mean? But right now, the way they're seeing or everyone else is seeing is like, why are you hating on us?
Yeah.
And
It's a negative
naturally,
light.
people
Yeah.
are gonna disagree with what we're saying. Innit?
Yeah, 100%.
Naturally, and I think even that can be met with love. Like we don't need to
We
have
don't need to argue.
an ongoing religious debate about it.
No,
Like,
yesterday I was on TikTok. I was like, bro, why is this on my FYP,
Yeah,
bro? Like,
yeah, yeah,
everyone's fighting. It's like everyone's stitching it. It's like, bro, I don't want to. What go on for you? Lot, bro?
Was
Like,
you live yesterday talking about it?
Huh?
Was you live yesterday?
it wasn't even live. He made a video.
Oh.
then he made a
then-
follow-up video as well.
I didn't even see the.
He was doubling down.
I didn't even see the.
I'm
I didn't even see
sure.
the
Yeah,
follow.
he doubled down still.
I just saw the main one. Then I saw another creator say, "Raw, like why is he hating us?" Blah, blah. Then I
Yeah,
saw another
yeah,
creator
yeah,
saying, "Now, like why
yeah.
is he doing this?" And I saw another
Yeah.
creator saying, "No, he's saying the right thing. Like this is how we're meant to stand. Like others will test us. Like this is how we're meant to stand. We're
Yeah.
defending." Do you know what I mean? So I was like,
Yeah.
I was conflicted. But I was like,
Yeah.
from my point of view, it's like
Yeah.
I understand what he's trying to
Bro,
say.
that's so real. That's so real.
I understand what he's trying to say, but it's like, bro,
And
like,
you might not even know why you don't. There's a part.
there's just
of
a
you
part.
Like,
of
oh,
it's like- it's
yeah,
like, bro,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but it's like just tweak this part.
Yeah.
Or every- like,
But then you start
okay,
thinking, if he tweaks it, is that watering down the message?
exactly.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
like,
nah,
so it's like, I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, God, just you just lead me.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Real,
It's-
real,
honestly,
real,
it's
real.
like, God, you just lead me because
real.
I get it, but the way you said it is like they won't, and I say they because I'm saying other religions
Yeah.
will not perceive that well,
Yeah.
and it's like, what? Yeah. It's just it's
It's
long,
a tough
man.
one,
It's a
honestly.
tough
But I
one,
feel
man.
like love, like just let love lead in it. Like, let
100%.
that be your leading. Like
100%.
don't try not to be judgmental.
100%.
Try to embrace the people around you who are different.
Yeah.
Learn about them as well. You might learn something new,
Yeah.
and that's it, man.
That's
be a kind
life.
person. That's what
It's
I think
life,
anyway.
man.
Be a
Honestly,
kind
it's
person.
life. It's like, but that's the beauty of life, man. That's the beauty of life. I like
Literally.
it. I like that
Same.
there's differences. Not everyone's
Same.
the same. man.
That's what I like. I like the difference. I don't want us to
Yeah.
be this. I like
It's
it. Like
good.
let's all
I have
embrace.
we have a brethren. Like he's very close to us. He's a Muslim now, but the way he goes into depth with like reading into different religions like, and all the views and everything. So like I have conversations with him. He will post something. It's like he posted one actually just the other day. It was a picture of a nun, and you know how nuns wear something, and then he posted a woman of a hijab, and it's like I screenshot.
Like,
it
what's
because
the difference in it?
it's
Like, why they treat it so differently?
they're treated differently. It's like I was like, bro, that opened my eyes, you know, because like I've never heard, bro, why is the nun wearing this and that hijab?
It's the same concept of modesty, though.
It's the same concept of modesty.
I feel like you're just absorbing. Like you're just.
No,
you're-
it's true.
Yeah,
It's what I do
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
because
yeah,
it's like I you know, sometimes I just like to be taught things. So it's like when I'm listening, it's like, bro, you've opened my head, you know. It's like, bro, like
Then you
why,
start even
why do they
thinking how
see it
you've
like
been
that?
conditioned.
Yeah, it's like, but obviously I still spoke with him coming from a Christian point of view. It's like, do you know what I mean? Like the reason why some people may see it as, bro, like you're forcing them to do this because of other places making it forceful. Do you know what I mean? But here in the West, it's not a force to wear the hijab. But it's like, I was like, bro, you still open my eyes, like, bro, why is it seen like that? Then I'm like, oh, media propaganda. Then it goes into the deeper thing. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, the world is a wonderful and
and it's like
mysterious place, bro.
there's an agenda competition.
Yeah,
Who can push
100%.
the agenda the furthest?
100%, 100%, man. But that's
That's
life,
life,
man.
man. Literally.
That's life,
literally.
bro. But honestly, I wish I was here from the start. This would have been way better, you know. But I still enjoyed it at the
No,
time.
it's good
I had it.
regardless,
It was
though,
still
man.
good,
It was
man.
good
I hope you
regardless.
enjoyed it.
I had so much fun.
I'm happy with
This is
that.
my favorite episode you guys have done.
I'm gonna edit that and say that was the favorite episode. But yeah, now honestly, thank you for coming on. I really
I had such a
appreciate
great,
it.
even though you guys left me waiting, but it's okay.
It was like,
No, do you know what? I will allow it because I cancelled on them minute.
I didn't want to say it.
Nah, that's why I just said, you know what? I just because I have my own fault as accountability.
Right.
Women taking accountability.
Okay. Commendable. A rarity.
I hope you're listening. They know who they are. But yeah, no, thank you so much for coming on.
Man. That's what
Of course, I had so much fun, man.
Thank
Shout out to
you.
Stepz as well. You're my guy, bro. You're my guy, innit? You're my guy, innit? You're my
No,
guy,
shout out to
innit? You're my
Stepz,
guy,
man.
you're my
Shout out
guy,
to him.
man. You're
What's
my
that?
guy.
187.
187.
Bro, you know we didn't.
No,
we
188.
We didn't.
We didn't even do the intro.
We did
What's
it.
188?
The number of episodes we've done.
Wow, you guys are
188.
188.
Yeah.
5 years in,
trying.
man.
We're trying.
5 years in.
Well
Thank
done.
Appreciate
5
it.
years in, yeah.
Nah, that's
5 years
excellent.
in.
Nah, I'm really
You don't
proud.
do the
Well
intro.
done, guys.
Bro, do you know what? When we started,
We went straight in.
yeah, we
It was
started,
too.
and then you
I
were
love
like,
that.
"Oh, we're not gonna do an intro." Then we were gonna get to it,
Yeah,
and
so
then we
we're
just
gonna
got
come
too
back
engrossed in
and
the
then,
The
conversation.
convo was too flowing. They
You
never
know
had
what
a
I
guest
mean?
like me before.
It's a good problem to have. To be
It
fair.
is. But obviously, 188. Make sure you lot like, comment,
Are we not doing the
subscribe.
intro anymore?
You want me to do
outro?
We'll do the outro.
Outro.
We'll do
Yeah,
the
after
outro.
us.
Follow me, Pinkolate, innit?
Let them know where they can find you. Yeah.
Okay, cool. TikTok, Instagram. I think I'm the same on everything. Snapchat, Pinkolate on everything. Yeah. Pinkolate. Pinkolate. Yeah.
There we go. But
Follow me on
yeah,
everything, guys.
What we saying? Pod, Insta, TikTok, all of that good stuff.
everywhere, man.
Tell a friend to tell a
Tell
friend.
your family members.
Other than that, it's T9 been thanks for coming, man.
Thank you. It's been your boy Hustler. Still hustling, my people.
Stay with it, man. Spin your boy Benzo on the booth.
Benzo.
And we'll see you on the next one still.
Pinko.
Pinko.